Doctors take Field of Greens for their own health. Here's Dr. Ryan Green to explain.
We're like you, too much fast food and not enough exercise. That's why I take Field of Greens. The fruits and vegetables in Field of Greens support my heart, lungs, kidneys, and metabolism for weight loss. And Field of Greens promises your doctor will notice your improved health or your money back.
Get 15% off with promo code HEALTH at fieldofgreens.com. That's promo code HEALTH at fieldofgreens.com. Product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
To another edition of the C3 Friday Free for All, the show that is for Panther fans by Panther fans. We are happy to have you once again for another discussion, man. There's always so much to talk about on a Friday. Happy to have you, everybody, here. If you would like to be a part of the show, I have pinned the link in the description, or I thought I did. I didn't even post it. I'm going to post it up right now. And we appreciate everybody for joining. If you would like to come and be a part of the show, click on that link that I am posting right now. And it is also in the description of the YouTube and Facebook video. We're happy to be back with you again, man. First, let me introduce these incredible guests that I have. First up, it's my partner in crime, man. We've been doing this for 5 years now. And we're looking to do it another 5, maybe, as we start this season. The Professor, Tony Dunn. How are you, brother?
What is up, Panther fans? Football is on the horizon. This weekend, we get college football all weekend. I call it like professional football foreplay, right? we get to get all warm and fuzzy and feeling good for just a little over a week to see our Carolina Panthers take on my most hated team in the division, the Atlanta Falcons. I appreciate everybody being here. You mentioned that 5 years together. This is October 30th, makes 10 full years for the C3 Panthers podcast, going into our 11th season overall. So that's great. And if you guys are listening to the C3 Panthers or the Friday Free-for-All on Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, here's a little kind of disclaimer. We put this episode on the feed from listener demand. It is not necessarily built in the way that podcasts probably are meant to be built. So if you're just finding the C3 Panthers podcast, there is a more traditional type show that we do on Tuesdays. But man, our listeners, the people that make our community up, they said, man, you got to put this on Spotify. So just be warned. This shit gets real on Friday nights, and I'm ready to be a part of it.
We don't call it the free-for-all for no reason, man. It's a free-for-all in here. Once the opinions get to flying.
It's like a Royal Rumble. I think of it like a Royal Rumble of Panther fans.
Hey, if you can't handle it, come and do something about it.
That's right.
Don't cry to your mama. Don't cry to your uncle Matt Rhule. Come do something about it, because you ain't got the chicken.
Or else,
or shut the hell up.
Or else, Pickle might tell you to shut the hell up.
Shut the hell up.
Hey, this next guy is a staple of every single Friday free for all. It's that man who just told you to shut the hell up. Panther Pickle. Pickle, what's up, brother?
What's up, guys? I can't wait. We have less than a week before we get to see NFL knock your socks off football.
Yeah. I'm pumped, man.
I like a little bit of the college, but college ain't like the NFL.
I'm a pro football guy too, Pickle.
Yeah, it's just what it is. And you know what? We do have a spot open. We're going to have a quarterback. Hard question. Who you want, who you don't want. Don't matter. We have our franchise quarterback. So,
woohoo! I'm loving it, man. Dude, I'm so happy. I'm so ready for football. Listen, part of the reason why these things do become a free-for-all is because Greg loves to piss people off, and I love that about him. It's the Bat Daddy, the Stat Daddy, my man Greg. What's up? The best beard in Panther podcasting. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? You know, I actually got to thank you, Cody. Or you took a little bit of
heat off me with your Matt Corral comment that you had this week. So I think that
Yeah,
anybody
dude.
that is mad at me about saying that Bryce Young hasn't proven it yet can get even more mad about, the comments you had made there, which, made you very popular. I actually wasn't even going to come on the show tonight. I was just on here to set up the live stream for the Rumble. And I realized you guys have been early, right? 7:30 is the normal time, right?
No, 7.
No, 7.
7 o'clock.
We pushed
Yeah,
it
you
back
did, man.
My bad then. Yeah.
You've been hitting the
because
vape
of
too
the
much,
games.
brother.
That's probably what it
because
is.
we had
yeah.
the live games. That's why we had pushed some of it back last
I
week.
got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Well, I set up the Rumble, but I actually got to get out of here. I got to go cut the grass. So,
All right.
got
Nice.
to do
Run,
hopefully chores.
run scared, run
Yeah.
scared, Greg.
That's
Yeah,
exactly what it is,
Gregory.
Stay hydrated, Greg.
I will do it.
That's right, man.
Yes, I work
Definitely
outside.
do that,
I
man.
definitely stay hydrated.
If you get overheated, just think of Matt Rhule.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all keep pounding. I'll be back later. Maybe we'll see what happens. But
Yeah, man.
depends on how long you're on. Okay.
Yep, do your thing. Peace and love, brother.
Yeah, man.
Next up, this man, he's the brand ambassador for the C3 Panthers podcast. He waves this C3 flag high and bright for everyone to see. My man Don D's Ill Skills. D's, what's up, brother?
Man, just excited to be a part of another Friday free for all. Speaking of what Greg was talking about you going a little bit viral there this week from a bad take, you had something you were dipping your toes into last night. I wanted to jump in and stop you. No, Cody, it's been a bad enough week. Don't say it. Don't say it. Oh man,
oh, dude,
was,
hey, I'm famous, man. I don't want to brag.
I
or nothing,
swear.
but hey, man,
For people that don't know and who are listening, Cody's been a big Matt Corral fan from the beginning, and last year he put out a tweet in the offseason that ultimately said that Matt Corral was a better prospect than Bryce Young and I hope you meant like from a measurement standpoint. And this is how it reads. Matt Corral is a better QB prospect as a whole than Bryce Young. It's not even debatable. Matt has a bigger arm, is more mobile, and would have looked just as good playing for Alabama, throwing to Alabama receivers. Stay mad about it. Well,
bro, I was not wanting to give up 3 first-round picks, boy. You could tell.
Bro, this is from 5/17/22 on planet Earth. I like how it says that. And this got picked up by Freezing Cold Takes, who has 700,000 followers. And then everybody goes, look at your boy Cody on Freezing Cold Takes.
Yeah, dude, listen, I'm famous. If y'all want autographs, I'll happily sign them.
I think you're infamous.
You know
that's
what?
right.
Whatever I am, it's a net positive because my followers are up, baby. Let's go. Keep pounding.
Let's follow this moron.
Yeah, right. Yeah, everybody. Everybody get
Let's see
behind
what
it.
kind of dumb shit he'll say tomorrow.
Don't do my boy Cody like that. He's getting his name out there.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. I'm representing for C3. It may not be the
Please
best
don't represent for
representation.
C3.
Yeah, it might not be the best, but hey, I'm doing my thing.
He's not the brand ambassador.
Damn, Cody, they telling you to retire, bro.
It's rough out here in these Panther streets, bro.
Man, I tell you what, they ain't got
The game has
nerve to
passed
come
you
here
by,
and do
Cody.
anything about it.
Oh, dude. But hey, man, listen. Next up, you might know him from his YouTube channel, Pantherology. My guy Clay is in the building. Clay, what's up, dude?
How are you? How's everybody doing this evening?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
Yeah,
Good to have you,
Great
man.
talk some Panthers football. Glad to be here. Glad I was able to make it, and let's get in it.
Let's do it, man. You already heard that dude because he doesn't know how this next man because he doesn't know how to wait for his intro like a good guest is supposed to. But whatever, he's still cool. My boy, White Chocolate Espresso. What up, bruh?
Hello.
Oh, now you don't say shit.
He said, I already did it.
Get your ass the fuck out of here, boy. No.
Uncalled for.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna do it again too.
How dare you?
Yeah, next up, this man, he loves Miranda Cosgrove. And you should know that because that's his profile picture right now, dude. It's C3 Panthers Central. My man Anthony Piccarello. What's up, dude?
What's going on, guys? Actually, I go by Miranda. I go by Barry McCockiner. I go by Matt. I go by. I go by whoever now. Honestly, man. But I'm happy to be here, man.
Yeah,
you already know the
spaces.
vibes. You already know the vibes. And Kevin, You really picked up Matt Corral in our dynasty league, my guy.
I did. I did.
Bro.
Oh, did you really?
He's going to replace Matt Jones.
Bitch. You son of a bitch. I should have done it first. Nah, kudos. Next up, let me go to my man, Evan Sports Talk in the building. Evan, what's up, dude?
What's up, guys? First week of football. Let's go. Next week, the real football starts. We're almost there. 1 week. 1 week left. Let's freaking go.
Let's go, man. I'm so pumped. In fact, I believe we're only 9 days? 9 days?
Well, we have
9 days.
Thursday. Thursday.
7
Thursday
days
is
for
the
football.
game. So less than a week.
It's 6 days till NFL.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Oh, you meant 9 days till our
Man,
game.
I'm loving it.
Yeah. Okay.
I am so pumped. Next up, last but certainly not least, my man Jake the Snake. Jake, what's up, dude?
What's up, y'all? Keep pounding, baby. Hit that like, subscribe, share the stream. I'm ready for week 1. I'm ready for the debate that we're about to have, man. I enjoy it.
Yes, sir, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell before every show, man. Show some love. That's all we ask. Hit that like button. And another thing that Tony's been mentioning, if you really want to help that YouTube algorithm, get into the comments, man, under the video, not just the live chat. Get into the comments, leave your opinions. Tell me how crazy my takes are. Tell me how much you love when Pickle says, shut the hell up. Just be active, man. That is all we ask of you. Tony, you had something?
Wear protection.
Yeah, definitely. First, I want to put out that we got a big surprise that we're about to unveil in just a few minutes. So hang around for that. And I want to thank and just kind of give a big shout out to the strength of our community and the people that are so invested in this podcast, because calderalab.com/C3, our sponsor, we hit the metrics to where they have signed up with us, where they're going to be sponsoring us throughout the entire season.
Yeah,
and that's because
That's amazing, man. That's
hit the applause
amazing.
button, Tony. Hit
So-
the applause button. Yeah.
and that's because of the people who listen to this show are more than just listeners, but they're part of a community. They understand that building this show is important to us and all of us, and one way to do that is to support our sponsors. And what I would say is this, guys, and look, there's all guys in here right now. You got to take care of yourself,
Except
man.
Kevin.
Look, sadly, we don't get younger, right? We don't get younger, and these youngins think that we're way older than we are. Somebody tried to tell me they thought I was in my 50s, but no more.
That was
You
Anthony.
need not worry no more, because calderalab.com/C3, that's how you get it. You get 20% off your first order. It's a twice-a-day skin regimen built for men. It is specifically tailored to help rejuvenate and make your skin look younger and feel better. And I tell you, when you look good, you feel good. And man, I think that we're going to look and feel good this season as Carolina Panthers. I've been using Caldera Lab products, and I'm telling you, I don't think I look 50 anymore. I totally look 48. Fuck that, man. I look 38, bitches. I look 38. You can help us. Go to calderalab.com/C3. Get your products and get 20% off and to help support the show. That's what I got, Cody. I can't wait for the surprise a little later.
It's cheaper than Botox.
Yes, totally cheaper than Botox.
So listen, man, we're gonna start the show. It's kind of Panthers related, but also not really. But also, we're gonna revel in how good this feels. I want to open up the discussion last night with them there Cornhuskers, baby. Matt Rhule made his debut back in college football, and in typical Matt Rhule fashion, not only did he score a fluke-ass third-quarter touchdown, but they managed to choke it away at the very end. Boys, am I the only one that feels way too good about this? Come on now. Tell me I'm not the only one.
I feel double good because the Nebraska offensive coordinator was South Carolina's old offensive coordinator. So I get to watch him fail and Matt Rhule fail.
Oh, do you not like him because he left South Carolina?
What?
Do you not like him because he left South Carolina?
No, I'm happy he's gone. He sucked.
Oh.
I'll tell you why I'm happy. two things. Obviously, I hate Matt Rhule, but it's good when you can live bet the Minnesota Gophers down 10-3 and make some money off betting against your old head coach. Maybe.
Oh, that's so messed up.
No, it's not messed up.
It's like crazy that
he's a genius.
He's like, that's a safe bet, bro.
He's a genius.
It is, dude, because one, he didn't score over 17 points, so I knew there was a greater chance that he was going to lose this game. So I mean, I just took a risk on it, but I don't like Matt Rhule at all. Twitter was going crazy last night, and rightfully so, man. This dude robbed us.
Anthony, my favorite part about this was when I woke up this morning and I got to look at all the pictures of Matt Rhule and his stupid fucking face looking dumb, looking like an idiot, like all these. I mean, and everybody. I mean, it's just like content gold. See, like, I mean, come on, you can't make this crap up, dude.
I love how he's pointing to a player like he's in the final scene of a movie. Like you make the play and block the field goal.
I will say, despite I have two comments about Matt Rhule's debut as a Cornhusker. One, I'm definitely not rooting for this guy. The thing is, though, is like his quarterback they have 4 turnovers. Yeah, I mean, it's like at the end of the day, as Matt
you're
Rhule
already
would
doing
say,
it, damn it.
Is that you can't win games turning the ball over like that. I mean, and interceptions after interception, a fumble, so all of that, and then you get the typical Matt Rhule press conference afterwards, which is like, I don't ever want to say there's a thing such as a close loss. But then I'm going to tell you why this was a close loss for the next 20 minutes. And if you extrapolate our performance over the next 17 games, we've got the best defense since the 1998 Nebraska. I mean, he didn't say that, but you know it's coming. It's like, oh, I know. And he's like, and then he hit him with the Rome wasn't built in a day. I was like, where did Jay-Z go?
The worst part, in my opinion, was when he literally just talked about the tape again. Like, it's like, dude, I watched the press conference. I'm like, how do you not understand that you just are a meme at this point? Like, they were just clipping it online. He's like, yeah, we'll go back and look at the tape after the game. I
haven't had a chance to look at the tape yet.
I haven't gotten a chance to look at the tape yet. Just like, and then shout out to Dennis Cox with the fake Matt Rhule impression after the game. He put on some red shirt and he's back on that Matt Rhule.
Yeah, he's really good at that.
That will be fun this season to see after Nebraska loses on a week-to-week basis. I
haven't seen some of these, man. Cody, did you just go save these, or are they just like did somebody put a portfolio together of it?
Dude, I'm prepared for the free-for-all. I saved all the good ones, bro.
You haven't even got the best one yet.
No, I have it. Oh, dude, you underestimate me, bro. Underestimate me. I have it. But listen, like hearing him say all the dumb shit that he used to say for us, it makes it so much better that we're on the other end of it now. And like that's not our coach. And now we get to say, "I told you so" to all the Cornhusker fans that were telling us all the Panthers were a dumpster fire organization. It was never Matt Rhule's fault. Well, congratulations.
That
He's
quarterback
coach now, morons.
I tell you, if that quarterback didn't throw 4 or 3 picks or whatever he did, like he looks like the part, doesn't he? Like he looks like a Cam type
fast
body.
Too, man.
Yeah. Yes, I mean,
no doubt.
We'll see if they get better, but I mean, hey, I don't know if I feel petty. Is Panthers Twitter petty at this point? Or are we?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, very
Matt Rhule lives in their head.
Yes.
Our head, brother.
He got a lot of PTSD, man.
He was just back.
I call it Panthers traumatic stress syndrome. That's
you mean this picture?
That's the one.
If someone took $30 million from you, you'd be pissed off too.
Well, he didn't take it from me. He might have took it from David Tepper, but he didn't take it from me.
That's true.
But
I don't know. He
go
stole
ahead.
our
You just
dreams. How much are your dreams worth, Pickle? Because he stole them.
Yeah,
Priceless.
Really. Well, hey, don't worry, Cornhusker fans. It took Jay-Z 7 years.
And plus, Nebraska sucked for a long time. They should be used to it.
Yeah, dude, come on. It's in Nebraska. I mean, they're used to sucking.
It's been like the 90s
Yeah,
since they were good.
They have a football program?
Hey,
Cut out.
Claire, let me let you jump in on this, bro. Anything to add on to the misery of Matt Rhule?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, his time here in Carolina was about as successful as a chocolate teapot. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, they the Nebraska opened their doors to him, but it's like, you think about it like this way. It's like going back to your ex's place after like a failed Tinder date. And then some, it feels comfortable, right? It's comforting, but even though it's going to end up in heartache.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can describe it.
And dude, the fact that it was the most Matt Rhule game.
Oh, yeah.
Literally a fluke third quarter touchdown.
It brought me back PTSD from the Cleveland game last year.
Oh, dude, it was so bad, man. So bad. All right, let's jump into the show, man. The most recent rumor going around, and we're going to break down this Falcons game a little bit later, but there is rumors that Mike Evans of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is very unhappy with his current situation, and he wants the Buccaneers to pay him more money. Now, he's on the last year of his deal. We sort of did this talking about Jonathan Taylor, but would you entertain potentially going out and trading for Mike Evans, someone who's been to a Pro Bowl, been to a Super Bowl? I mean, the dude has been incredible his entire time in Tampa. Gentlemen, what say you? Don't be shy now, people. Come on.
What am I? Can you hear me?
No.
Yeah, we can hear you, Pickle.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Because I wouldn't myself. And I'll tell you why. Because he's 31. By the time the seasons have come around, he'll be nearly 31 or 32. He's not missed a lot of games to injury, but he's played a lot. He's played injured a lot. And he wants a contract. And he's already making like $20 million now. So if he wants a raise, then he's going to want a lot more. So that's just my opinion. If I'm going to spend that kind of money, I want to spend that kind of money on somebody that's under 30 years old. That's my.
But how long is the contract? Is he wanting like a 2-year deal after this deal, or?
Yeah, he's going to follow probably the DeAndre Hopkins stream.
Yeah,
and I'm cool with that.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Like, I mean, I don't think they're going to trade him to us. I mean, I think if he's a free. So and plus, I don't know. I'm a Chris Godwin fan. I think that's the wide receiver you would rather target because he's 27.
Yeah, they're not going to give him. They're not going to get rid of him, though. Yeah,
and to be honest with you, and I'm just assuming after this year his contract's up, and I'm assuming he'll more than likely be tagged maybe to trade. I mean, I just first of all. They're not going to trade him to us anyway unless we want to massively overpay. We don't have a first-round pick anyway. And the way the current market is, another team will likely trade for him. Maybe the Packers, who knows?
I don't think anybody gives a first for him.
Oh, no. I'm thinking at most maybe your third or fourth at most.
If it's a third or fourth, I'm taking him. I don't care.
Yeah, but they're not trading him to you because you're a Panther.
He might.
I mean, look
at T.J. Hawkinson. I mean, they went to.
I'd rather just pay a younger player, man.
Yeah. T.J. Hawkinson got traded.
But there is no younger player
right now. This is the NFC South. The NFC South never cooperate with each other.
We're not going to get him this season, anyways.
I mean, any division's not going to trade any player within the division most of the time. It's just not possible.
And by the way, even if they would, what Sideshow says here, Tampa's in tank mode. Like if they really are gonna get rid of Mike Evans, and by the way, I think one of their starting offensive linemen just went down the other day.
Center for the
Baker
year.
Mayfield of all people is their center. Like if you did, you're adding to the draft capital that they would be collecting probably for a brand new quarterback next year.
He'll end up in KC.
Wow.
That's
Give me a third for Mike Evans.
He's not. Why would but hold on? Why would Mike Evans? Why would Mike Evans just want to go play? I mean, dude, I love Bryce Young, but he's not going to want to spend the like 2 years just kind of like this is the whole Hopkins argument,
spending
right?
His year with Baker.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's because he's under contract with the current team right now. my point is that okay, so he's with Baker right now. Do you think he's going to go to a rookie quarterback, or do you think he's going to?
No, he wants a new contract with the Buccaneers. He's probably going to get a rookie contract.
The reason here's the reason. This is like the kind of the story. There's a little more to the story than just him wanting money only, right?
Right.
Is he's had 9 seasons, and I saw somebody saying that he's lazy. They say bad route, like lazy route runner, this and that.
He's a possession receiver.
This guy had 9 straight seasons worth 1,000 yards, bro. Like that's the only person that's done it more is freaking Jerry Rice at 12. So he's chasing the 10, right? He's chasing the 10th season because that's going to automatically put him in the Hall of Fame, right? Like this, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer if he get a 10 1,000-yard season.
Yeah.
So
he's already got the ring.
Yeah, I think what he is doing now is like, look, if I can't get my 1,000 yards, and I've been working my whole career for this because of Baker, I want out. And if I can't get out, I want to get paid.
Right.
So I think the money is a sort of a way for him to maybe expedite a trade. But I also agree with what you guys are saying too, is look, it doesn't make sense. First, he's not going to have control over where he goes unless he has a no trade clause. And if he's asking for a trade, he just wants to get out. But the Panthers are not going to be an option because it is a division rival, number one. And number two is that if you are going to trade to a division opponent, team, you're going to try to fleece them, right? And we're going to have to overpay. So
what did Minnesota give up for TJ Hawkinson?
But hold on, that's a
good point though.
Like, how much did they give up, though?
It was a lot. I'll look it up.
Yeah, I don't actually know.
Could I say something, Cody?
Yeah, hey, let me introduce my man Raleigh into the free-for-all. By the way, we're already at capacity, so if you're joining right now, you might have to hang on a minute, and we'll rotate some people as needed, but you don't have to go anywhere, man. We just got to rotate once we get past a certain number. But Raleigh, welcome, bro. Welcome to the free-for-all. And, jump in on this, man.
I appreciate it. As far as our receivers and different points like that, as far as strengthening stuff, I'd put back in some comments a while back about trading away YGM and Chuba Hubbard together in order to get a Jason Taylor or someone like that who is a bigger, more dominant, basically third down back, somebody that can punch the holes through.
Oh, Jonathan
Taylor. And basically punch the holes through where we need him at the time, because our hardest aspect we've had, even in preseason and last year, was basically we'd get down in the red zone and we couldn't get past the 10-yard line. And even if we did, that's where we were at.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I would rather trade for Evans. This might sound weird to some people because Taylor is younger and the more physical player at this point in his career. But I would rather Evans than I would Jonathan Taylor right now. I'm tired of going down to paying the running back top money just to have him be the workhorse that you run into the ground. Like, sorry, just that I'm personally kind of just not interested in at this point.
But you're also losing the contracts that you're trading with.
Yeah, but those guys are bums, first of all.
Yeah, they're on rookie contracts.
Both of those guys stink, in my opinion.
Okay,
Tony, you didn't get the full story of the. Okay, so they got a 2023 second and third for Hawk, but then the Vikings also got Hawk and a 2023 fourth and a 2024 fourth conditional.
Okay, I think Hawkinson is overrated, dude. And the idea that he's going to reset the market, whatever.
He's overrated, but he's in a pass-heavy off. He's like in the top 3 passes-heavy offenses in the league, so he's going to get a shit ton of targets, even with Jefferson on the team.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we got all these tight ends that are out there for catching / blocking, and I'm surprised we didn't get rid of Ian Thomas, to be honest with you, because other than for blocking, I don't see him taking up a place on our roster.
Do we still have 5 tight ends on the roster, guys?
No, I think we cut one.
No, we cut.
He's on IR.
No, we got.
Yeah, he's on IR.
3.
They put Sullivan on injured reserve.
We have
4. We have 4.
We have 3 and a fullback.
But what kind of fullback do we have?
Before he was a fullback.
Greg, no one's fucking saying Baker is better than fucking Bryce. So listen to the conversation. Go cut the grass. And literally, they're not going to trade in an in-division rival. It's just the odds are lower, bro. That's what we're saying. Listen to what we're saying, bro. I'm tired of this Bryce slander, man.
Do you know the guy that does the QB school?
JT O'Sullivan.
Yeah, and he starts his thing like he's catching a ball. It's pretty cool. He's been working on his product. Like I've seen him grow, and he's always been good.
I've been following JT for a long time now.
My friend, my boy Chandler said this is go watch him talk about Baker. Mm-hmm. And he said, dude, he fucking roasts this dude. And just talk about how broken beyond repair his mechanics are and this and that. And he's like, man, he was like, you want to feel better about your day?
I love it. Hey, dude, but if you saw the one day he did on Bryce Young, he damn near didn't go easier on Adam Thielen. He was making Adam
Thielen 19, bro. He called him 19.
He was making him sound like he was stuck in molasses out there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And why did we get rid of Wright? Because he is sort of like Thielen, third down back receiver in the zone type person.
He's just on the practice squad, my friend.
Yeah, he's back now.
They just put him on
he is.
We're saving him for the Super Bowl run, baby. We're saving him for the We got it, man. Brenton Bursey. Panthers only go to the Super Bowl when they got a white receiver.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You ain't lying, Tony. You ain't lying.
No, now it's the defensive end. I feel like everyone needs a white defensive end now. They're all the rage.
Dude, if you're speaking of like JT Sullivan was he was roasting Justin Fields too. Like there was times where he was like, "What are you even looking at, bro?" Like it was bad.
The suckiest quarterbacks can be the greatest quarterback coaches. You know that? I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, man, we got Josh McCown, bro.
He learned from experience, that's for sure.
Backup most of his career. He good one, no less. Smart guy, but we got his. JT Sullivan was on our practice squad once.
Yep. Tim Jenkins.
Look at Carson Palmer's brother. Like he's like freaking.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Was Kyle Shanahan a quarterback?
I think when he was in Washington, I thought he was a wide receivers coach.
I know I wonder if he played in college. And then the other one is the guy who just got fired from Arizona. He was a college quarterback. He was a quarterback that played in the league like as a backup or something.
Kingsbury?
Yeah, Kingsbury. Okay. But also Shanahan, his dad was big time, you know. So I think.
Oh yeah, that's it, man. That's a family.
This means Baker Mayfield's going to be a head coach one day.
Who? Baker? Crazy.
I mean, by that logic, yeah, if you're a shitty quarterback and you end up turning into a good coach.
More.
I almost feel bad how hard we pick on Baker. He didn't ever do nothing to me. You know what I'm saying?
I bet you Fitzpatrick could be a good head coach.
Well, like Heineke, right?
Y'all want Baker to suck so bad, but like, bro, he needs to win 5 games so they don't get that USC quarterback, bro. That's what y'all aren't understanding, man.
Dude, Arizona's gonna get him.
Arizona might have the first 2 picks in the draft.
Okay, so
they will.
Do you think that Tampa's whole overall roster is good enough to not get the first overall pick?
Yes.
Yeah.
On our defense alone. Yep.
And you know what? Mark my words. Arizona's going to get the first 2 picks, and they'll trade Kyler Murray.
You know who I think is also going to
get?
I think who also is tanking right now and knows it? Bill Belichick and the Patriots.
Yes, dude. Yes, that's why they signed.
That's why they signed good old. No, don't do that. Matt Corral is going to be the savior up there, Tony.
Oh my!
He gonna take him to a Super Bowl. Tell him, Cody. Tell him.
What everybody think about Bill Belichick's mentality?
All right, let's be honest. Bill Belichick.
Fight me about it.
Bill Belichick has dementia at this point. Like he doesn't know what the hell he's just throwing spaghetti at the wall, bro. Like,
bro, his dog is making the picks, man. His dog's taking it.
Yeah, he's a good coach, but he's a bad GM, man.
If I was
calling Matt Rhule,
I would go claim one of them quarterbacks.
Fuck off, Kevin.
I don't know why they don't do it, Pickle. I don't know why they don't.
I don't either.
Cunningham is good, dude.
I would claim Cunningham because he's developed mode anyway. So
yeah.
Let me ask you this. Does Bill Belichick remind you of a certain president that we have in office right now?
Oh shit! Don't cuss.
There goes the chat. There goes the chat.
Don't insult Bill Belichick, dude.
No, we're not talking about.
Why are you talking about?
He's not a complete vegetable yet. Give the man some credit.
Hey, Bill has at least won the Super Bowl a couple times. Granted that.
A couple. He's won a goddamn six.
He's won the hand of his wife and mama.
I think you guys are being too hard. I think it's a little recency bias on Bill Belichick not being a great GM because he's really done some great things too.
He has.
On the defense.
At least he can get on a bicycle.
Hey, let me welcome someone. Into the show.
I don't know. I haven't seen him on a bicycle.
My guy's been on every one of the Twitter Spaces with Pickle and D's. It's my man Cole. Cole, what's up, dude?
What's going on, gentlemen? How y'all doing this evening? Good to be here as always.
Good, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Once you said it like that, man, my vocal cords, they got a little tired. We've been on. We're going to be on, and I can't wait for it.
Yeah,
Tell him, Cole.
He was screaming at his Wolfpack to cover, and they didn't cover.
Tony, let's address that real quick. As of today, I have put on my Twitter, I have unfollowed NC State on every damn thing. I've thrown in the
Damn, Cole, why you doing that?
They are the ones that voted the last ones to get SMU, Cal, and Stanford into the ACC, and I am all the fucking way.
They got a nice stadium, though. NC State got a nice stadium.
Hold on.
It's a conspiracy.
Guess what that means? They just signed a ticket for Clemson and FSU to get the hell out.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
I think this was a preemptive strike by the ACC because they knew that was possibly coming. The only thing I hate about all that mess is the names don't make any sense now.
Zero.
It don't, Tony.
Big 10 got 25 teams. Big 12 got 6. Like it's just like the names mean shit
Atlantic
now.
Coast with Pacific teams.
All right, but hold on. Now think of it like this. If you're Clemson or whatever, any of these East Coast teams, now you have to fly all the way to Stanford and Cal. Yep. It's like, come on.
Noon, yeah.
Well, that's why I didn't understand,
crazy.
That's why I didn't understand the Oklahoma and Texas come to the SEC, as a Gamecock
That's stupid
fan.
too.
It's like you get beat by Kansas State every year, but then you want to get blown out by Alabama. Like, how does that make any sense?
Well, you want their money. ACC's not making money on their stuff, on their TV. Their TV.
Tony, I need to tell you this. 8 years before SMU gets a penny from this, or it could be 9. They're not getting shit until then. That is unbelievable.
What about this? Is Christian McCaffrey now the greatest back in ACC history?
No.
There's all kind of ACC legends.
No, you know why? That would be Travis Etienne.
No,
crazy.
I'm going Eric Dickerson.
I would say CJ Spiller was better than Etienne.
There you go.
Hey, what is everybody?
Best running back in ACC history went to SMU.
What does everybody think of Matt Carr being the top quarterback in the NFC South?
He ain't.
Derek Carr?
Derek Carr.
Yeah, he ain't either.
I mean, I've watched all these videos and all this, and they're voting him number one in the NFC South.
There's a lot of national media that like to suck a lot, but they never swallow.
You got a lot of.
How long before Michael Thomas gets turf toe for like the fifth time?
That's not what it is, though.
The national media is slobbering all over themselves to figure out who's going to lead the NFL. After the first two games, they're going to come slobbering to Bryce Young, and Bryce Young going to say, "No, I got it. Don't worry."
Pickle's on one this couple.
Tell
of
him,
weeks,
Pickle.
Man. What is
Tell
going?
him.
He's like going through menopause.
That's like his falling he had the other night where he was going the hell off.
Yeah.
I think the reason that.
What was he going on the hell off
pundits are overpaid jackasses. I mean, let's be real. We do a better job than that. We ought to be on ESPN or Fox.
Yeah,
we
but
do
here's
a
the
better
thing.
job.
Hello, Pickle.
Right. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though.
You can't go on there.
I think it's time. I think it's time, Cody.
Pickle, I'm going to make a call for you.
I
All right?
agree.
I'm going to make a
talking
call.
about
Thing is, they get paid to say dumbass shit though. They do it to stir the pot.
Carr's gonna be the top quarterback until somebody else plays. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just
you can't just
say, all right, here's this rookie who you're gonna put over a 10-year pro who has been throwing like 5,000 yards a year, just doesn't win because he played for the Raiders.
Hey,
He's
but
never over
Raiders
5,000.
Had good teams. The Raiders had good teams playing for them.
All right.
Hold on, Riley. Listen, but earlier we teased that we had a special announcement.
Is it Bryce Young
to make today?
Surprise.
Man. And first, let me a special announcement, a surprise.
It's Matt Rhule.
And listen, man, you know we already mentioned if you want to support the C3, but Kevin, shut your ass up. If y'all want to support the C3 Panthers podcast, you can do so by supporting our sponsors, but you can also do so by going to CarolinaCatChronicles.com. We have brand new t-shirts. We have this brand new mug. But more importantly, if you feel the need, you can tell people to shut the hell up because the Panther Pickle shirts are in the building, baby.
We got a Panther Pickle shirt in the house, bro.
That's a badass shirt, though, for real.
Yeah, shut the
That's
hell
why
up.
I'm talking about that video the other day where Panther ended up with, if you don't like it, shut the hell up.
There you go.
Hey, fire shirt, bro. Fire shirt.
Yeah,
Hey.
Panther Pickle
There really is.
Has become a legend. He brings so much energy to the free-for-all. So we figured, damn, man, this man needs his shirt with his slogan on the front. Panther Pickle, that's for you, brother. Have to have you,
Hey,
man.
Greg.
Where's my Miranda
Rice.
Cosgrove shirt?
Read the
bro?
shirt,
Where
brother.
is it?
Shut the hell
Calm
up.
down, Anthony. Calm down. You get too excited, Anthony. Calm down.
All that slobber talk from Pickle got him thinking. Look, is like you could go to CarolinaCatChronicles.com, order your Shut the Hell Up shirt, support the C3 Panthers podcast, support Panther Pickle, who's become a star in Panther Twitter and Panther Nation. He was at training camp when people walking up to him and say, "Give me a shut the hell up." Right? How about that? You can get this shirt in both white and black. Right. So, and this is a couple of things. This is a cool shirt for us. I think this is first. I designed this. How about that? I did that.
C3P Panthers Podcast.
The other thing is that's really important is about this is our second shirt where we've had it based on a fan, like a participant in the show. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we have the G Baby, You Make Me Fucking Sick shirt. Now we have the Panther Pickle, Shut the Hell Up shirt. So if you continue to contribute to the C3 culture and you get like something that we think needs that homage, that praise, you can maybe get your own shirt one day. And the last thing about this is the first shirt we haven't done that's like Panther colors.
Yeah.
And I feel like I just was like, man, I'm not going to do this in the typical Panther blue and black. I was like, I'm going to go pickle colors.
Yeah, man, dude, it's this is for the C3 fam, the deep cuts, the ones that get all the references of being a part of the C3, man. But by the way, that is CarolinaCatChronicles.com. Tony, why don't you drop that link in the chat?
I will,
and so that way people can get to it. But yeah, man, check out CarolinaCatChronicles.com. Even in the white, man, look how fresh.
Yeah, I like it in the white.
Oh, me too, man. Me too.
How much did y'all pay that guy to model it for you?
Oh, that's my brother.
That's me.
yeah, that's Tony when he was, but
Yeah,
you know,
when I was a
21 years
blonde.
old.
That looks like a tall Greg who shaved.
It's pretty, it's actually pretty cool. The company we get to print these gives you, like, when you do the mock-ups, they give you like different people. So I have, if you go to our website, I have the Panthers podcast, the Shut the Hell Up. They're all different models representing all different cultures.
Everyone. Hey, man, listen. Over here at the Friday Free for All, we welcome everyone into the building, man. It's a literal free for all. And that means even when Falcons fans come in the building, we let them come and talk their shit, bro. My man, Red Swarm. Swarm, what's up, dude?
What's up, Cody? Hey, what's up, C3 Panther Podcast?
What's good, man?
Up, man?
Hey, do you know what the line is for the game?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I think it's 3.5.
Yeah, I bet on the Panthers.
Yep, you got it right on the button. You're right on the button. You think that? Do you like that line? You think that's fair? You think that's who's that? Who does that show too much love to the Falcons, or not? Or do you think that that's what it should be at?
So, Tony, let me say this real quick, man. I popped in. Well, first of all, I didn't realize Cody had added me to the chat. So I'm just running my fucking mouth. I was telling my wife, hey, you might hear me talking here in a minute, man. So then I looked at my computer. I said, oh, shit. Tony was talking. I was like, Brent, shut up, man. So, all right. But, but yeah, man, so I try to get all my fandom out of the way and be a real fan. Cody knows that I struggle with that, but I really honestly do try to do that, fella. So what I would tell you, Tony, is it's a division rivalry. Y'all have to play two of them back to back. So no matter how excited fans down in Atlanta at the stadium get, man, y'all gonna be locked in. Cause y'all aren't just looking at this like the beginning of the season. I really think you guys are looking at it like, I mean, y'all are coming into enemy territory. So no, man, I can't sit up here and just blow smoke up my own ear, man. I would like to say I expect it to be at least a touchdown, but I think it might be a field goal difference in the game, man. Seriously, that's my honest opinion.
Do you guys think this line would be different if it was in Carolina? Would it be a pick 'em? Would it stay the same? Right? I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking about.
It'd be the same. It'd be the same. We don't get no respect.
Well, it's because Vegas wants you to bet on they want you to bet on Atlanta.
And you do realize when you say we don't get no respect, you're talking to a Falcons fan.
Right.
So
right.
all we ever hear is 28-3. I don't think anybody gets more disrespect than that. So that's the answer to everything from Falcons.
What does 28-3 mean?
28-3, shut the fuck up, Falcon fan. So.
Well, we get that Cam Newton didn't dive on a fumble all the time.
Yeah, that's only fair, Swarm. I mean, come on.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. So, hey, it's but I don't know if it will go the other way. I think partly that is because it's a rookie quarterback, as great as he is, and Cody knows I'm keeping this 100. I think Pickle has heard me say this before too. I like Bryce Young. I'm a big SEC football fan, so I've watched him. I'm not somebody who has these illusions of, he's going to get clobbered across the NFL and this and that. The kid, let me tell y'all, this is what I said too, man. When I think that a lot of people made fun of it when Panthers fans and analysts were saying about his smarts. You know, he's a cerebral quarterback, what that means. Let me tell you what that means to me more than anything else. It doesn't mean that he has the highest IQ of anybody who's ever played the game, like a Ryan Fitzpatrick or whoever. I don't know who the highest IQ NFL player ever is. They had a guy who was a Rhodes Scholar out of FSU who he played 2 years in the NFL. He's some freaking type of neurosurgeon now. But my point is that when they talk about his intelligence, his awareness, what that means to me is he is far less likely than any other quarterback to put the ball in harm's way.
Right.
Picks are gonna come, but he ain't gonna throw a ton of them. I don't give a damn how much you pressure him.
I think he's shown that. I think he's shown that in the preseason that is his superpower is that he's advanced. And you know what is I will say I know that like IQ testing or whatever. I get what you're saying is like you don't want to overstate that he's the smartest guy ever to step on the football field, but he's clearly
he might be.
He's very gifted, right? He's intellectually gifted. And what we love about this, a couple of things I love about it is one is that 2023 wasn't a good year for the Carolina Panthers, but I'm trying to make 2024 a better one for myself. Get started on your resolutions with Factor so you're ready for the new year. Factor's ready-to-eat meal delivery takes the stress out of meal planning and sets you up for success in the new year. Skip the grocery stores, prep work, and cooking fatigue. Instead, get chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals delivered right to your door. With over 35 meals to choose from per week, including keto options, calorie smart, vegan plus veggie, and more, plus over 55 weekly add-ons, you'll have a ton of nutritious and flavorful options to kickstart your resolutions. Skip that overpriced takeout trap. Factor is cheaper and way more delicious than takeout. Get chef-crafted, restaurant-quality meals delivered right to your door, and they're ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes, which means more time for you. Head to factormeals.com/C350 and use the promo code C350 to get 50% off. That's code C350 at factormeals.com/C350 to get 50% off. You're finally getting the narratives of black quarterbacks not being like, oh, he's a great great athlete.
Runner.
These small things to say cerebral.
Yeah.
With it is I feel like and not that it's other guys haven't been cerebral, but we know that people don't usually go to that and they're just
pushes the narrative forward. For sure.
And he's a special kid, like to be that mature. And I think that's where is like he is different than other guys. And I would say he's the most advanced rookie quarterback I've ever seen. And I didn't agree. I mean, we could say luck. We could do some other things. I think that
Peyton was with his dad being a former, NFL quarterback.
I think Bryce is amongst those names that you mentioned. Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning, like that. Yeah. The reason you draft a 5'10", 200-pound quarterback is because of how advanced he is when it comes to ball placement, anticipation, knowing the playbook. All that stuff. Oh, I know that's it. New asshole, Greg. Welcome to back to the stream.
Before he gets in and starts doing what he's gonna do.
Let's go, Greg.
Look, I want to say this before we go to Greg. This is my favorite comment of the night. Is that model? That model that was doing the shut the hell picker. That was me after you used Caldera Lab.com/C3 for 8 weeks. The twice-a-day regimen will send you back in time and make you blonde.
But hey, man, y'all see I have this up on the screen. Whenever they put out the preview of the Week 1 matchup, all the NFL analysts, they all put their predictions out about who's going to win. And not only are everyone except for Colin Wolf picking the Falcons, but just about everyone is saying that the Falcons are going to win the division. Swarm. That's how I know y'all not winning shit, bro. The minute that everyone starts believing in the Falcons, bro, that's when the Falcons will snatch that shit away from you so damn fast, bro. And I know you know that, Swarm. I know you know that, today, man.
You heard what I said. I said the games that I always expected them to win, they lose. The games that you expect them to lose when you got 3 games left in the season and you could be picking number 2, they fucking win those 3 games. And now you're picking 9th. You know what I mean? So I'm man, whatever, man. Yeah.
Go ahead, Greg. I know you want to piss some people off, Greg.
Look, man. I stopped cutting the grass about a quarter of the way through. My wife's gonna be pissed off at me, but I don't care. Like this is worth it right here. Like,
here we go, man.
Look, you guys, Anthony Piccarello especially. You guys cannot
sick of this shit.
You guys cannot sit here and tell me that Bryce Young is the truth. and that he is the best quarterback to come out for the longest time, and then say a player like Mike Evans would not want to play for that rookie quarterback.
Are we doing this bullshit?
No,
Are we doing this bullshit?
Let's
that
do
makes
it.
absolutely no sense. You're saying he would rather play with Baker Mayfield than Bryce
That's
Young.
not what I'm fucking saying,
That is what
bro.
you're saying. That is all that can be. That is what you're saying. Period.
No, you
That is
didn't
all
even
that
read
can
my
be.
chat. I
Don't
said
kick
he's
that
not going to
shit.
get traded here, bro.
No,
I
you said no.
that.
Y'all said I was listening while I was cutting. He would not want to play for rookie quarterback. Is what y'all
Because
said.
he's fucking 30.
Go back and listen.
Because
to
he's
it. He would
fucking
not want to play
30.
for rookie quarterback. But I thought Bryce Young was the truth.
He is the motherfucking truth. But the fact is, he's 30 fucking 1 years old soon, and he's not going
Greg
to
left
spend
his mower running.
2 years on the contract and play with a rebuilding team.
He's going across the road.
Who are
You know
Bryce
how
Young
expensive
fans
gas
talk
is?
all this shit about Bryce Young, and then as soon as Bryce Young has to
my
fucking prove it,
God,
they don't
bro.
fucking back down. I'm not going to stand
Greg
for
got
that.
his lawnmower. You remember it? You
Bro.
remember in Honey, I Shot the Kids where the kid got the remote
Dude, I was
control
just
lawnmower?
thinking
Bryce Young fans are fucking wimps. I'm sorry, y'all are wimps. Y'all fucking stand up strong when he plays well in one game. Then every other fucking time you make goddamn excuses for him.
It's
Get
not a
him.
fucking
Dude, I'm
excuse.
telling
He's
you,
not
man.
coming here. That's the reality of it. That's what I'm fucking saying, Greg.
Because
Even
you
if
said
he wants to
wouldn't want
play
to play for a rookie quarterback. Why wouldn't he want to play for the
because
fucking truth?
because
Why
wide
wouldn't he want to?
receivers fall off at once they're like 32 years old.
That doesn't
Like,
have
he's
anything
not-
to do with him not wanting to play for a better
So,
quarterback.
okay.
Hey.
So even if he
Nothing to do with it.
even if he wants to play here, do you actually think the Bucks are going to trade him here?
For the
No.
right price, of course they would.
No.
Of course they would for the right price.
No,
You
they
kidding
would
me?
not.
Yeah.
No,
are you
they
kidding
would
me?
not.
It's a business.
Yeah,
Of course
Cody.
they would.
You ready for surprise number 2? You ready for surprise number 2?
Is this Greg?
Yeah,
Please
let me
tell
pull
me.
it up.
Please tell me this is Greg.
He got bigger voice, and that shirt is
Nah, the
fire.
audio
too.
I got
love
got
it.
the sound bite now.
Man, look.
I love it.
I cannot stand when y'all Bryce Young fans pump him up to be the best motherfucker that's come out of the NFL, come out of the college in years. And then you make so many goddamn excuses for him as to why players want to play for him, as to why he's not doing well. This and that. You make all these damn excuses for him. Let's see what happens in this season. Okay,
so why
I
did
want to see what
DeAndre
happens in this
Hopkins
season. He played one.
I think we're mixing conversations right now.
Game against
Greg,
the second
no
string
one's
defense.
saying
I think
that
we're
shit, bro.
See
blending.
what
I
happens.
think we're
Just
blending
wait
conversations.
till week one, and
that's
when
what
Bryce
Greg
Young
does.
balls out,
Wait till week
no,
one.
slow down. When
Sorry,
Bryce
Greg.
Young
Saying
balls
that,
out,
Greg.
when Bryce
They're
Young
all
balls
saying
out,
it, Greg.
no, when Bryce Young balls out and we beat Atlanta, I'm gonna come back here and smack your ass in the face.
So
right on
no.
the tackle. That's what's gonna happen.
Make it
We
clear.
don't condone
You said when
violence
Bryce
here.
Young balls out. So if we win the game 21-17, are you going to say Bryce Young balled
Oh
out?
yeah, I forgot.
I mean, a win is a win, brother. If he's winning,
I got you.
the
So
game,
basically,
who
what you're
cares about
saying
his
is, if we
stats?
win the game in Atlanta, you're going to boast. Doesn't
Hell
matter if
yeah,
Bryce Young
I
looks
am.
shit. You're
Man,
going to
I'm gonna
boast.
be puffing my
I
chest
mean, dude,
up.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be
Hey, what the hell happened?
He
Bryce
said-
Young hate from you,
I was
bro.
like,
Like, I don't
round
understand
one.
it. Like, dude, listen, bro. Hold up on the week one stuff. Listen, this Mike Evans thing.
No, don't
I'm
hold
just
up,
being
because I'm gonna come back so you can slap the hell out of me too after y'all beat us week one.
No, I will.
Yeah,
I'm
you
slapping
better,
the hell.
Swarm.
I'm going to be too happy to smack somebody.
I just don't understand, man.
We
Listen,
ain't
this is the
smacked
reality of
nobody
it.
in 5 years. I can't wait to smack somebody.
Listen, I just don't understand this, man, at all, bro. Like, listen, if we're winning games, who the fuck cares about what his stats are? Because then that means that he's at least doing enough to win the games. Like, that's something we haven't had on this team in fucking years, bro.
No, that's a dumbass way to look at it. Are you serious? Like, so,
I mean,
so you're
dude,
telling me
it's
that?
his real-
Whoa! So you're
There's
telling
gonna
me
be
Bryce
games
Young,
where
if
there's
Bryce
gonna
Young
be-
throws for 130 yards and a touchdown,
That's not
interception every
happening.
game,
That's fucking no. That's
can
not.
I finish? If Bryce Young throws for 138 yards, a touchdown, and interception every game, and we still win, you're telling me Bryce Young's the reason we're doing that? Get the fuck out of here, man! Come
No,
on,
I never said 130 yards. I never said 130 yards, bro.
Right.
Right, God,
I'm telling you, if he does,
Next
if he does that, and he
Next
still wins,
topic.
are you going to say you're
Next
still going to
topic.
chant like?
I
he's
mean,
the truth?
dude, I'll tell you this: Sam Darnold.
You
fans
sound
wanna
like
fucking
Cody
Sam.
the
No,
other
hold
night
up,
with
hold
the
up.
Derek Brown shit.
Hold up, Tony. Fans, dude,
No, he
Greg,
sounds
fans
way
last
worse
year-
than me.
Remember last year I was calling into the show. I was calling into the show and telling all y'all dumbass motherfuckers that Sam Darnold shouldn't have been back on this roster because fans wanted him back because he was throwing for 164 yards. Do you really think that I'm going to sit here and be happy if Bryce Young throws for 130 yards?
I absolutely do.
I'm not going to be happy.
I guarantee you, no matter what the stats are after week 1.
Do you know why I'm not going to be
no
happy?
No matter what the stats are, you guys are going to come on here and praise Bryce like he's the fucking
No.
I guarantee it.
No.
I guarantee
are you going to do it the other way? If he has a great performance and
I'll
he
admit
goes for
I'll say he
400
played
yards,
great. I've said that plenty of times. He played great. No, I'll admit he played great. I've said that plenty of times.
But are you going to say that he exceeded your expectations of him?
Sure, if he does, of course.
Here's my thing though with this, bro. Like the reason I'm not going to sit up here and say that Bryce Young did nothing wrong when he's threw for 130 yards is because he's not going to be throwing for 130 yards, motherfucker. What's up, baby? We're going to win the game. Bryce Young.
Can I ask y'all a serious question though?
Truth.
When it comes to that Mike Evans thing, I want to ask y'all a serious question.
Mm-hmm.
And it may be the defensive guy who was their linebacker, but who was complaining about a contract too. But who in your opinion is the best player right now on the Buccaneer squad?
Probably Vita Beta.
No, I would say Mike Evans. Mike Evans is a top 10 or top 15 wide receiver every year.
And I'm with you on that, Greg. So this is what I said to Cody.
Or Mike Evans or whoever
Vita is up there. Vita is up there. But this is what I said to Cody and the guys in another conversation earlier today. I said it's mighty interesting to me that you're first or second best player. You're having issues with getting a deal done, knowing how important he is to you. That sounds like the front office fucking with trying to make sure that they low-key tank this year.
We're having trouble with Brian Burns.
Yeah.
Bro, Scott Fitter's a fucking overrated bastard. Fuck Scott Fitter. He better get this deal done, bro. Before we end up paying
Scott Fitter drafted the truth. Are you kidding me? Hold on. You cannot say that. You cannot say that. If Scott Fitter drafted,
y'all ain't trying to tank either.
Okay, Greg.
You cannot say that.
Greg, okay, let's be honest for a second. No. Let's be honest for a second.
They're waiting for
If you're Scott Fitter, if you're the fucking GM of this team, you run it back with Sam Darnold. How hard of a decision is that to make to know that you need to draft a goddamn quarterback? Like, how hard of a decision is that? We've gone 5 years with
you didn't have to trade up to number 1 to get Bryce Young.
Yes, you did.
He did that. Okay, so if he did that and Bryce Young works out, you cannot say that Scott Fitter is a bad GM. Period. You can't.
But here's the thing.
You can't do it. I'm sorry. You can do whatever you want to be. You cannot say that.
Who was it that drafted Cam Newton? Wasn't it Gettleman? Who drafted Cam Newton?
Marty Hurney.
Okay, Marty Hurney. So that's the only reason Marty Hurney's been here for a long time. That doesn't mean he's a good GM. It just means Cam saved his fucking career.
Marty Hurney's a great GM. He drafted a bunch
Dude, all he did was draft good first-round picks. That's it. It's the same thing with this.
Right. Oh my God, he hit. Oh my God, he hit on his first-round picks. What the hell?
What other picks did he hit on?
I would rather hit on no other picks than hit on my first-round pick every time.
But this is the thing, Greg. Good teams hit on your first-round picks, and then they find gems later in the draft. So I don't think Scott Fitter is automatically. I don't think he's like dog shit tier, but I just don't. I think people are overrating the hell out of him, man.
And I think people don't realize that Brian Burns is waiting.
We'll see what happens with Bryce. If Bryce goes 4-12 this year for 2,000 yards and 15 touchdowns and 7 picks, we'll see what happens. Then we can really judge what his drafting.
The reality is, Greg, is that I know you say this win-win situation, but there is really no win-win for you, because if the team is bad, the team is fucking bad again. So I would just be optimistic like the rest of us. Listen, I'm high on Bryce.
Yeah, then I win because I said Bryce Young was not the truth. I still win.
That's fine. But what if the other rookie quarterbacks all looked bad as well? Like,
I don't care.
My point,
I'm not betting on the other rookie quarterbacks. I'm betting on Bryce Young.
Teddy Bridgewater won rookie 14 touchdowns. So
you're right. I didn't want Bryce Young.
All right.
I could be wrong about the player that I wanted to pick, but that doesn't mean that if Bryce Young does bad, that I'm wrong. I said Bryce Young.
Hold up, boys.
Evans ain't even the only damn player.
Now Anthony's done it. Like Glenn has passed the Glenagary has passed the torch to Anthony and made.
No, I'm not even trying to get in these arguments, bro. All I said is Mike Evans is never going to get fucking
any gas left.
Yeah.
Bro, y'all are just dude. All I said was one statement, and Greg's like, "I gotta go flame this dude about Bryce Young, dude. He's wrong."
And you know what? All I said was that I haven't seen Bryce play great yet. And
all right, hold up.
So
everybody, hold up. Let us commandeer here, because as we said earlier, this is a bit of a special edition of the free for all tonight, boys. This is how you know the football season is back in full effect because Tony Dunn has to tell you about who is coming back to the C3 Panthers podcast. Tell them, Tony.
Guys, especially some of these guys in here, you got to keep it clean. You got to keep it cut. You got to keep it tight. And these guys be getting wilds. You know they could benefit from some crop preserver, some ball deodorant. Guys, September is here, and I want to take a second to talk about men's health care. Make an impression when the ladies get down to business. Ooh, should I say that? Proper grooming is a must. Man, take care of your bush. You don't want to afro puff down there.
No, sir.
You don't want it to look like a little bird chirped up on a little nest.
Looking like Chewbacca is in their underwear.
You got to keep yourself clean, keep it tight, and you can do that with trusted products from Manscaped. Manscaped.com. You go to Manscaped.com, you use the promo code Panthers.
Bugs, bro.
That is the promo code Panthers, and you'll get 20% off plus free shipping. Don't neglect yourself, fellas. Don't leave that little bird perched up on a nest. Let him fly out there and please and soar. You can do that with these great products from Manscaped.com. Go to Manscaped.com. Use the promo code Panthers. You get 20% off plus free shipping. This is the third season Manscaped has sponsored the C3 Panthers podcast. We're locked and loaded, guys. Yeah. We are locked and loaded. We got big time. Finally, we've been laying a foundation. It took 10 years, baby. It took 10 freaking years, but it's here. Soar with Manscaped.com, promo code Panthers.
And you know what, Tony? As you did that, our man Just Don't Care came in and gifted 5 memberships to the chat. Man, we appreciate y'all, man. Yo, for $1.99 a month, you're going to be getting content early before everyone else this year. Film room. You're going to be getting the C3 Madden simulation. It'll be live to everyone, but to those who join for $1.99, you're going to receive it a day earlier. That's how we show our love to y'all for showing love to us.
One other perk to that. We're going to be debuting the Mega Mingo card. The Mega Mingo card. We're going to play Mega Mingo every Sunday after the game. I've got a card set up. It's going to say something to the effect of 1 touchdown for Bryce Young, or a 100-yard game for a receiver, or 5 catch. You know, I have all of these little kind of prop things, and we're just going to each week just start checking them off. And when we hit Mingo, we're going to give away a Jonathan Mingo jersey, and then we'll reset the card and do it again, and reset the card and do it again. One of the squares is beating Atlanta. So let's go ahead, knock that square out. Maybe we could do the make Greg mad square, 300 yards from Bryce Young.
What happens if Mingo sucks?
First of all, it's not only Mango. It's not only Mango.
It's a lot of other different,
So we're going to call the game Mega Mingo.
Yeah, like
Kevin, Greg's going to blame it on Bryce Young.
Leave it to a South Carolina.
I mean, it's most likely his fault.
Right? Can I tell you the issue that I have with this whole thing right here is that I guarantee
what whole thing? What
the whole thing? The bingo?
The bingo thing. The bingo thing is great.
What? You find everything to blame on Bryce.
No. Everybody who loves Bryce, no matter what he does the first game, you're going to make an excuse for. Okay? Dude, if he does not do well the first game, I guarantee you there will be excuses why he didn't do it. If he does great, it's going to be, look, I told you so. That's the way it's going to go. It's going to be he that is bad.
And I guarantee you finna lack a lot of content.
All right, Greg. So let me put it into context for
they're going to blame them trash receivers.
I'll give you a scenario. I'll give you a scenario.
But they're going to say a trash receiver in college.
I'll give you a scenario, JJ. Not even
Bryce Young's only going to go as far as his offensive line allows him.
Let me just give it Greg
line. Should we have drafted a quarterback that can't play behind a good offensive line?
But Greg, that's such a non-discussion, dude.
Why? Why is it a non-discussion?
Because
you don't want to talk about it.
He's a very
no. Because if you have
let me put it like this. Let me put it like this.
If you have a quarterback like Bryce Young, that you're going to be able to build around him for years to come.
So basically, what y'all are saying is, no matter what Bryce Young does, it's not his fault. He's going to be okay.
Let's put it like this: Trevor Lawrence let's put it like this: Trevor Lawrence had zero help his rookie season. Then when they got him an actual competent, and then when they got a competent coach,
he had bum-ass
look, he actually started looking like the first overall quarterback. I'm not even saying all that. Let me just put it into perspective like this: if Bryce Young finishes the first week with like 202 passing yards and like 20 rushing touchdowns, but he drives us down for the game-winning field goal, is that still a bad performance from Bryce because the stats, didn't make you last long enough? Or is that just because okay? All right.
And Anthony, I think that's a very,
like I said, look, hey, I'll say he played great on Friday. He did. What did I say before we went to the game? I wanted 2 scoring drives, and I wanted to see him look good, and he did. He did great. I'll give him that. In the preseason,
and I like your comp, Anthony, because
now, bro,
really
wanted to say preseason.
Hold up, let Red Swarm talk. What are you saying?
Yeah, real. And I'll be quick and get out of here. I really like the analogy that you just used with Trevor down at Jacksonville, because sometimes you can kind of just hit the ground running, but normally it doesn't happen that way with rookie quarterbacks. And there's a reason why they're there. I know y'all are a little bit out of the norm there because y'all actually traded up to the number 1 pick. It's not like you were in the top 5 from your schedule, from your record last year. But I think it's many of the same factors are in place with that Trevor dealt with. Y'all are certainly the rest of the team is way ahead of where Jacksonville was when Trevor got there. But I think when you see Trevor this year, you're going to see a hell of a quarterback in command of a hell of an offense. They went out, they put Calvin Ridley, other weapons around him. He's had his boy from Clemson, who's been down there with him, has been healthy last year. He looked great. This is going to be year 2. I'm gonna tell you, they're gonna beat a lot of ass this year, man.
I'm thinking the Jags are gonna be a good team. But Anthony, JJ, you know what? One thing that we gotta realize, bro. Every time Greg comes in here talking his bullshit, but we get people willing to donate to us and say thank you, Greg, for saying what a lot of us feel. So for as much as we get pissed off at the Bat Daddy here, I think that we have to realize that the Bryce Young doubters, and I know Greg won't even. I know Greg won't even necessarily call him a doubter, but there are a lot of people that they're not going to give Bryce any flowers until they see him actually start to win NFL football games consistently.
As they shouldn't. When you're the kind of person that does that, and you're the kind of person that marries 3 months of dating.
Oh, shut up, Storm. You all over Desmond Ritter, bro.
Cody, you
all over
Everybody emptied the flower shop and gave that man super accolades before he stepped on that fucking field.
I didn't.
And that was worse than what they did with this man. So how can you do it for one guy?
What player you Trevor Lawrence. He's talking about Trevor Lawrence, right?
I didn't do Trevor Lawrence.
No,
I said Trevor Lawrence was garbage.
Everybody gave Cam Newton the accolades like he was a god.
Exactly.
One time when somebody doubted or even questioned, are we sure he's going to be that good? Well, you're a racist. Get out of here. That happened all over Twitter, all over social media. A bunch of people were banned on social media just because, shut up while I'm talking, just because they said, are you sure he's good?
But that's Picker's point, though, is that like so for example, Greg called Trevor trash after 1 year. Dude, he was trash. He was trash, but is he trash now? No. He just needed some help. So that's my point. Even if Bryce looks trash after year 1, I'll sit up here and say, he had a bad fucking rookie season, but I'm not giving up on him.
You know the difference? You know the difference? The difference is the Jacksonville Jaguars drafted Trevor Lawrence as the number 1 pick naturally. We traded our team away to be able to get Bryce Young. So Bryce Young better fucking one player. All right, that's the difference. When we naturally get him at number 1, it's way different than trading
but we
our
traded
future
up
away
to number
for a guy.
1
He
for
better
a reason,
fucking perform.
though.
I better win at least 3 more games this year than I won last year. Period. That's all there is to it.
I'm going to say this. Unless anybody has anything else to chime in on this opinion, I want to move to something else that's happening in Panther Nation.
Trevor Lawrence overrated.
That is now more of a story. Shut up. That is now more of a story. Kevin, you better be careful. I'm gonna start rotating you out and letting other people in your spot saying bro. No, look. All right, listen up. there is something going on around Panther Nation that is more of an issue now than I feel like it has been in the recent months. Brian Burns has not been at practice. Now, he has been at meetings, so it's not like he's not showing up to the building. But now, are we starting to feel like maybe Brian Burns might not be available for week 1 against Atlanta if they don't pay that man his money?
I don't think it's
he'll
really
be available. But if he wants to be a pussy and not play, then I'd trade his ass.
Hey,
Cody.
think it's
I'll call it like I see it.
Cody,
You can't trade his ass, bro.
Trade his ass.
We already listen here. This goes back to Greg's point real quick, dude. The reason we didn't naturally have the number 1 first overall pick is because we didn't have any fucking direction, bro. You traded McCaffrey and then you didn't trade.
We
Brian
almost
Burns.
made the playoffs last year.
Hey,
Cody,
again, that goes back to Greg's point. He gave Trevor Lawrence a pass because they were the natural number 1 pick. Any team can naturally be the number 1 pick. Look at what the Cardinals are doing.
No,
before we fired Matt Rhule,
any team can trade away your talent.
All right, stay on Brian Burns.
Hey, Cody, let me slide out, man, so you can route somebody else in, man. I know y'all got family business. I just want to say thank you guys for letting me come on tonight, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, we're just over a week away. It's
Hell
that
yeah.
time, man. So
Thank you for coming.
You know you're gonna sit back and eat your popcorn and enjoy the show.
Yeah,
man.
you already know it. Yeah. Oh, I'm listening. I ain't going nowhere, man. I'm just gonna let him bring the other Panthers in the chat, man. I know this is a very interesting and much needed to be discussed topic, man. When you got one of your key dogs wondering whether he's gonna suit up or not game 1. So I'm gonna let y'all get him in here and talk, man. But I'm listening.
Honestly,
man. I'm a fan of the show, man.
I appreciate you, Swarm. And we'll have you back on the show after the Panthers whoop that ass, brother. You already know.
Thank you, man. I look forward to talking with you.
Yes, sir.
Brother.
Peace and love, Swarm. We appreciate you, bro.
I honestly think that
get that Falcons fan out of here.
Yeah,
what the hell?
Because if
bro?
Brian Burns is
shut
holding
up.
out,
You're fine.
if Brian Burns is holding out just because he's waiting for the dude for the Bosa to get a contract. That means he doubts his own agent and he doubts his own intelligence to get a job to deal done.
His agent is Hyman Lucci, who thinks he's the greatest player of all fucking time. So I'm not surprised.
And Brian Burns is in charge of his agent. So
That's not his
Brian
real
Burns
agent.
ain't got the nerve to tell an agent
joking,
to get
Cody.
the
I'm
deal done.
joking.
Then that's on Brian Burns just as well as it is.
Yeah,
But that's always been the case.
Players fire their agents in the middle of this process and go get an agent that'll get a deal done for that to be a lame excuse that the agent is in charge of the player.
Well, that's always been the case. Hold on. Kevin was trying to say something.
Yeah. Kev's been trying. Go ahead, Kev.
I was just going to say exactly the thing. I don't think we're holding up the deal. I think Brian Burns is just waiting it out for Bosa to get his deal.
Yeah, I mean that's what everyone's saying. But dude, if you're Brian Burns, why do you even want to wait for Bosa at this point? Or the
He doesn't give a damn if he plays for his team or not. He wants to get the highest paid contract, period. He doesn't give a fuck if he plays for Carolina.
He really don't. I mean, he doesn't give a shit if he plays Carolina. He wants to get the highest paid contract, period.
He didn't grow up in Carolina. Can't give it to him. He'll go somewhere where he can. Period.
But also, it makes me mad that we haven't. It makes me mad that we haven't paid him yet because we literally turned down 2 first-round picks last year.
We have no leverage.
And gave away DJ.
And the second, and we gave away, so it's like, man, it frustrates me that we're at the mercy of another team having to sign their player before we sign ours. It's like,
it is.
And guess what? Whose fault will that be? Whose fault will that be?
Brian Burns.
No, that'd be Scott Fitter. No. If Brian Burns walks,
if you're the general manager, all you can do is offer a contract.
No, that's not what I'm saying, Pickle. I'm saying if we didn't trade him to the Rams and he walks, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
Anthony. You're totally wrong.
I'm not totally wrong. If he
You are
walks,
100%.
how am I wrong? How am I wrong? If he walks,
because we are holding out to make sure he signs. If he decides not to, that is not on the Carolina Panthers. If he decides not to sign.
Okay. So Greg, so you're not getting what I'm saying though. If he walks, this goes back to the last time that we declined the Rams trade. Like,
no. You're wrong. What you're saying is that we're declining. We're declining something. If we make him a fair fucking offer and he declines it, that is not our fault.
It's our fault for the fact that we declined a trade earlier in the year. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. If you
want to sell the franchise,
he can't walk because he's under contract.
Right.
He's under contract right now, so he can't walk until after this season.
And we can
he can try to hold out. Yeah, then you can franchise.
Sell the future of the franchise for Brian Burns. Is all I'm asking.
Yeah, and to me, so like I told him in Spaces yesterday, Dees was there, Cole was there. If I am the Panthers and I have to franchise Brian Burns and he has no interest in staying here, I'm trading him, and I don't give a damn where he goes.
Exactly.
And I don't give a damn whether he likes it or not. If he don't like it, he can freaking retire. He can set his ass at home and collect a check from McDonald's.
If he don't like it, he can.
Yes.
I think Brian Burns, I don't really have a real problem with him sitting out the practice. I don't think this is him trying to push and lean on the team to the level that Chris Jones is doing to the Kansas City Chiefs, to the level that Nick Bosa is doing.
But why?
I do think that this is because he went to training camp, he practiced and all of that. He's been front and center.
He's been way more involved than both of them.
He hasn't sat. He's not threatening a holdout.
Well, he's not
threatening a holdout. And Nick Bosa is saying is he won't play week 1. Okay. Chris Jones is saying, I won't play for 8 weeks, bro. I can afford it. And these are guys that are, I think Bosa is it's probably the closest. I wonder if Bosa's hoping that Brian Burns will sign. And Tony,
I thought that, and I just thought it would be crazy to say out loud, but that was my exact thought. Is he waiting for somebody else that's around him or a little bit lower to sign a contract?
Well, Bosa's waiting for his contract's going to be Bosa's contract's going to be around $30 million a year.
Yeah, he wants to be the highest paid player.
Probably he wants to get paid more than his brother. That's the one thing.
To me, there's a simple solution. I think it's simple. Maybe I'm not educated enough, but to me, there's a simple solution. Say a $27 million deal, and say if you get 15 sacks, we'll give you 5 extra. That'll make you 32. If you get 20, we'll give you 10 extra. That way, the ball's in his court, and he still gets paid more.
So you mean you want somebody to actually perform?
Go ahead and give him the $30 million deal.
But a player doesn't want to do
make
that.
it an incentive-based
So you're saying you want
players don't want to do that
before you pay them.
Brian Burns, the hot shot, saying
what the hell happened? Where'd everybody go?
We're all still here.
Brian Burns is the hot shot that said he's going to have 10 sacks in 10 games. So
But Brian Burns has all the leverage.
No, I get that. It's because we declined that trade from the. He does.
We didn't trade.
Decline that trade.
But I'm pretty sure Burns is making $16 million this year.
Yeah, I think he's going to be fine. Yeah. I don't really find this to be nefarious.
Once we that trade, he had all the leverage.
$15 million. God, you can't live off that.
It could be another scenario.
You can't live off that. What the fuck?
I don't think Brian Burns
live off more.
He's not come out and said anything negative about the team. He hasn't talked about how the negotiations have been problematic. They haven't. There is none of this stuff.
The sweetest holdout ever.
And no, let's be honest. He ain't even technically held out. He was at the building. He didn't practice for personal reasons. That's quote.
I hope there were personal negotiations.
Every other player has just removed involvement with the team.
Yeah, right. You're right, JD.
The kid's sick.
Maybe he got a boo-boo.
It can be
Tyler did that. Debo did that.
Well, this is way less problematic than what's going on with the Colts and Jonathan Taylor. This is not a. I think Brian Burns knows that
people don't even know he's holding out, bro. For real. Like, unless you're a Panthers fan, you don't know about this.
That's because we're the Panthers. Nobody gives a fuck about us.
Bullshit, bro.
Look, we're sitting here, 111 people watching right now, yelling and screaming over this. No, that's changing, dude. And I think I think that Brian Burns is taking a page from the books of Greg Olson and Thomas Davis. And that is like, hey, look, if I have the fans on my side, it helps me in Carolina with negotiations. Like, is that instead of being disruptive like Nick Bosa is, because that's a different culture out there. And the 40, you know what I'm saying? They can weather that storm differently. If Brian Burns had the fans turn against him, it wouldn't help his cause. So I think he's playing this. He's smooth playing this, right? And then I think the other thing is TJ, let me see, somebody in the chat said, what would you do, Tony? I would say this. I would say, Brian, look, I'm tired. We don't want this to go on and on and on, right? Like, that's just unnecessary. We want to pay you, and we want to pay you at the top of the league, right? I mean, towards the top. We just don't need this to be a bargaining chip that's being used against other contracts. Let's go ahead in good faith negotiate a top tier deal for you. We need you. You want to get paid. Let's make it happen. Now, hopefully they've been doing that.
Right.
Hopefully they've been doing that. But, again, the agents, this is where agents, they don't tell the players what to do, but they are their guidance, their counselors, right?
Yeah.
They are saying this is like, look, we could squeeze for 7 more days. Right. It's like, hey, the football by all of a sudden week 1 is just 3 days away. And you're saying, I don't know if I feel comfortable playing under this deal. And that could get you $6 million more. Right. I mean, I think about that. What would $6 million more do for somebody? Like, Jesus, like that's no small potatoes.
It's easy to say, like, I understand Pickle gets mad at shit like this. And so does Greg too. Because they're multi-millionaires, right? And I understand that it's like, especially when you're working a normal job and these dudes are fighting over like a couple $1 million. But then again, like keep in mind, and I said this about McCaffrey too, the Panthers up until very recently have been very hurt for superstars. Brian Burns is on the cover of every program. He has been a leader on the football team. And he has been the only player that our defense can legitimately call a player with superstar potential. I mean, some people don't even call him that yet, Tony, but no one.
I would call him a star right now. I would call him a superstar.
No one disagrees. No one disagrees that Brian Burns is one of the premier pass rushers in the NFL who's now being played at a position that probably benefits him now more than ever. It honestly frustrates me that we're still talking about the contract with 9 days left to go, man. Like,
and I think that helps him. That helps him, and I understand, like you guys did, like you said, that the money, it's hard to feel sorry for people. Like feel the empathy when someone's like, oh, poor him making $20 million a year. I just think it's best to think of contracts in percentages. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, $20 million a year is a ton, but $22 million a year is a 10% more. So like, imagine if you wanted a raise at your job and they came to you and said, here's a 5% raise. And you wanted, 10% is 10% of whatever the money is. So like, that's how I try to think of it, to take that emotional component out of like, oh, rich, woe to me shit. And just think of it as like, hey, this is what the rate is, and you want to increase. So what's a fair increase? What's the rate? I mean, and if the state of North Carolina was doing this for Brian, if Brian Burns was a teacher, he would get like a $400 gift card to Outback.
Mm-hmm. I think maybe they'll host a pizza party for him.
Yeah. I worked I worked at a hospital in Charleston, West Virginia as an aide. They took me down there in the HR office to give me a raise. I'd worked there for 6 months. They gave me a 3 cents raise. 3 cents.
Oh.
Right. I
signed a little
Tell
paper.
me you love me, why don't
and
you?
I walked out, went to my car, and went home. Yep.
He
asked me where I went. I told him, if you can't afford to give me more than 3 cents, I can't afford to show up for it.
Well, Panther Pickle in 1952, that was like a 30% increase.
Pickle, I can say that is my biggest issue with the NFL right now. It's not just the Carolina Panthers.
Tony, was that when you graduated?
I went to
1988.
One at a time. Let Greg speak.
My bird to your
I went to training camp. I've been to practices. I've seen how hard these guys work. Okay. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you, I deliver mail. I guarantee you I work harder than these guys do every single fucking day. And they're going to make more money than me.
Yes.
And they're going to complain about making $16 million a year. Fuck that. I don't give a shit. I guarantee you I work harder than you do. I've seen the practice. I've seen the training camp. I've seen you fucking standing around for fucking 45 minutes on an hour and a half practice. Okay.
Right.
Don't give me the shit that your fucking life is hard.
Half of them.
I guarantee you I work harder than you do.
Work.
It's bullshit.
Just like half of these boys on this panel could do a real day's work.
Greg wants them to practice 40 hours a week.
Yeah, we're talking about Pickle. People, what are you talking about? I make 25 an hour.
It's not so easy.
You make 25 an hour
delivering food.
It's 11.
This is wild because
if I could do that here and make that kind of money, I would.
See, this is the problem, though.
You have a privilege to be in the NFL, to get paid like a millionaire, to work fucking 6 months out.
But you're also among the elite of the elite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not just something. It's not like you can go do that, Greg. You know what I'm saying? It's not like anybody could go. Just anybody. You'd be like, oh, well, if I was a neurosurgeon.
That's what I was
saying. I can almost guarantee you can put me out there. I can make every
listen. Teachers and doctors and, bus drivers and mailmen, they're all going to get paid NFL money when they can do what NFL players do. There are not many people alive that can do what Brian Burns can.
No, Cody. You're wrong. You're wrong, Cody. There are a ton of people that can do what Brian Burns does. They just don't have the opportunity.
That's a fact.
Let me tell you, talent is spread equally throughout the world on everybody.
No.
Why do we only have one?
No. I guarantee you, every fucking singer
that vague.
Every singer out there are 10,000 singers that are better than fucking Taylor Swift.
No, it's the will.
It's fucking.
Oh yeah. No, it's the will.
Greg, what's your 40?
Take advantage of their opportunity.
Shout out to Riz B in the chat. Highlight her comment. This is exactly what should be said. Them folks dying on the field don't make $1 million dying for your freedom.
That's because you're cannon fodder, bro.
It's a separate conversation. You're in a war hand-to-hand combat.
Do what you want to. I'm a veteran too, my
It should be the conversation.
Let's be honest.
You should have got paid for that.
Calm down.
Hold on. Let's be honest. Can we all
free for all, baby?
We can all do what JJ Danson does. That's the only position I'm confirmed we can do. We can hold.
No, we couldn't do that.
Yes, we fucking could. Yes, we fucking could.
Imagine snapping the ball 12 yards and then fucking Vita Vea eating your lunch.
Bro, you would throw the ball and then have like a broken leg in a second.
Oh, a broken neck, everything. You remember Jameis Winston?
Hold it on the football field.
We got to stop this. I'm not going to talk about this one anymore because here, to give you guys the reference of what you're talking about is talent spread across the board. That's like saying we could all be fighter pilots. We could all be expert marksmen. Or how about this? If I try really, really hard, I can dunk the ball. No, I can try all day and I'm never fucking dunking.
I mean,
I can try. Only thing I'm dunking is donuts, bitch.
A bunch of people who would never be in the NBA.
You gotta believe, Tony.
I guarantee it.
You gotta believe.
I guarantee. There are a ton of people in the NBA that are never going to make the NBA that are very talented and could.
Sure. But that's the point. That's the point. It's the 1% of 1%. Now I want to talk about something though that is more relevant.
Can we talk about? Can I say something about Brian Burns?
No.
I never got to say anything.
Let me jump in on Brian Burns. Go ahead.
No, listen. I think Brian Burns. I disagree with Tony. I think he's a superstar. I think there's about 4 edge rushers that are elite, and then I think Brian Burns is the second tier in that. So I think you still have to pay him. Listen, I talked about this on the cat calls too. and you guys know my stance on this when y'all were arguing about Derek Brown. Man, we have to overpay these players to stay on this team. We're not a free agent destination, and like you want to put as much talent as you can around Bryce Young for this rookie contract if y'all want to go far in the playoffs and make a run. So I'm all for paying whatever Brian Burns wants at this point. I'll be a little upset if he gets around $30 million, but man, that may be the reality of the situation we're in. Like, that's just the truth.
Well said. Choosers.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. What happens hypothetically if you're the GM and you've already offered him a $30 million contract and he won't sign it till Bosa signs his?
That's probably what's going to happen.
It is what it is.
He's probably not going to sign until Bosa signs. Hey, did you notice how we never do the reverse of this? Did you notice how they never talk about is Nick Bosa waiting for Brian Burns to sign?
Yes, that's what I truly believe. That's truly what I believe. I don't know why it sounds crazy.
Yeah,
as
you
hell,
couldn't
but
hear
I
it
do.
because of this fucking
everybody
chaos.
has it. It's free for all, dude. Hey, man, that's what
Can we really talk about something though that we could potentially
I want to say one more
speculate
thing
and
about Brian
figure out?
Burns.
Oh God damn it!
I'm just
welcome to my world, Tony. I live with this frustration every Friday, bro.
Hey, listen, if you want to change your gender, bro, you do what you need to do.
This is like riding in the car with children.
I don't need your permission.
Yeah,
don't go that way, Pickle. No.
Are we there yet?
Yeah.
These are my kids,
man, I
yeah.
just put in my podcast and just like tune
Just keep
everybody
it at
out.
home.
All right, Tony, the floor is yours.
Okay,
Floor is yours.
and it's right when that happens, my daughter comes up here and asks me a question. All right, so we saw Scott Fitterer come up and to the podium and say this. He said that he sat down with Frank Reich, and they looked at last year's roster and this year's roster, and he said, what was it to the effect of he saw like they had one thing that was a negative. Like they got better in one place. Here, I got to pull up the quote. I should have been more ready for this. But I want to know what he says. Here.
He basically said that there's a bunch of holes still on the roster, and he knows he has to upgrade at certain positions. He's being honest.
He said
like,
they
he said that.
Hold on, let's see.
Like, who the fuck is our nose tackle, bro? Who is Nick Thurman?
Shy
bro?
Smith. Or Shy Smith, yeah.
Shy Smith.
What is the little ass down there? Let's see it.
He's back on the team.
Total.
No, who is Nick Thurman? Who is that dude, no, bro?
He's,
no
he's Thurman Merman's father.
Oh, you seen Bad Santa? You seen Bad Santa? That's the
Who
greatest
hasn't?
movie of all time, bro. It's fucking hilarious.
Who hasn't seen Bad Santa? That's like
A lot of it, dude. I just showed my friend last summer, bro.
I watch it
No,
every
dude.
Christmas.
Look at Tony.
one of the best Christmas movies ever made.
No,
I
it
don't think
is
Cody's
the best
seen
Christmas movie ever. It is the
Tony
best.
hasn't seen Bad Santa. That's why he looks at it. What the fuck are they talking about Bad Santa?
Yeah, Tyler Jones, you're right. On every depth chart online, including the Panthers' official depth chart, Shy Tuttle is.
So what did they do with Nick Thurman though? Where is he? Is he the backup?
He's a backup on the defensive line.
All right. I mean, at this point in time, I'm ready to just pay Brian.
I
Burns.
thought you
Let's
guys
roll
would have
him.
known what I was
Absolutely.
talking about.
Yeah, I do. He said.
We
He said
do
there
know what
is-
you're
there's
talking
a
about.
few
Yeah, we do. We just don't
selected-
remember what exactly it was.
Like it basically
We're
said
waiting for you
something
to pull
like
it up.
he
I'm
basically
trying
said
to
something
find it.
like we do have holes on this. Is this what you're thinking? Like didn't he say like we have some holes on this
What
roster?
the hell
We
is
have-
hitting their microphone?
Probably Kevin beating his meat.
God, Lord.
Didn't he say that we'll look to upgrade the D line too? Like he said something. I was
Yeah,
with
he
Cody when he
hinted
said
on, like,
that. Like he said something about that.
He seemed content when he was talking. He seemed content with the team's roster, but then he was saying that he hinted that more roster changes were like on the horizon, so to speak, before week one. And then he was saying that, he was speaking like he was trying to reaffirm us that we're, our goal is obviously to win the division, and saying that we're within reach, and there's like an influx of new faces and changes, and the roster is going to continue to evolve, stuff like that. But I mean, he did say there's a negative, and I think there's definitely more than one. I was on my show earlier today speaking upon that. I mean, I think that if we're going that route right now, right? I mean, there's more than one thing. I mean, nose tackle is definitely one, but I would say offensive line depth And I would definitely say our defensive line depth and our cornerback conundrum. I mean, there's depth dilemma there.
Yeah, I mean, dude, looking at this team right now, I'm just of the mindset that I really like this roster. I mean, I was looking at it up and down. I do think that we have a good roster. I like our starters. The part where I start to get kind of wary about it, Clay, and everybody else in here, is I'm worried about our depth. To me, this is a team that has to stay healthy. Because if we start sustaining a lot of injuries, maybe if you're the Philadelphia Eagles, you have enough good players to keep on churning, or the Kansas City Chiefs. But the Panthers are not in that position right now.
I can't say if we have bad depth or good depth. I say we have unknown depth. Because it's not Cam Irving or Michael Jordan, so I mean, I can't say it's bad.
I mean, the common concern though with us is that the common concern with us though is that the Panthers can't afford protection issues when you have a rookie quarterback. That's one. I mean, and then when you come into your defensive line depth, you can look at it. It's currently paper thin, in my opinion.
And this is exactly why I said we need to draft 2 offensive linemen every single goddamn draft, bro. Like, especially
one.
Yes. We drafted one this year. We drafted one this year. I agree, but I'm saying like next year, the year after that, like we just
look
have
at the private chat, Tony.
All right, cool. Thank you.
What are you trying to look up, bro?
Still trying to find the damn thing.
Hey, so listen, Gregory has to be done being provocative tonight.
You call him Gregory too?
Oh, here it is.
You call me Gregory. That's my given name. I don't.
No, you know what? If I did, it was a reflex. I didn't even think.
I blame him.
Kevin.
It's Greg all the way.
White. Anthony, White Chocolate, and a G Baby are rubbing off on me, calling you Gregory.
I call it Greg.
No,
it's called your government name.
It's mainly Baby. I do it as a joke.
It's your postal name.
No,
Pat Daddy, give us your final words, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Sorry, my daughter's 16. She's working her first job. I got to go pick her up from work, which I completely respect. Somebody at 16 working a job. Like,
yep.
Heck yeah.
I love that.
She gets paid
that 16-year-old, she wanted to be in the workforce. That's amazing. But I appreciate y'all having me on. I still, Tony, you put that thought out. You put that post out about me caving this week. And like, quite honestly, if you couldn't tell that I was being sarcastic about my everybody's right thing, then okay. We're going to see what happens in the season. Okay. I could be very wrong.
Greg's going to be a
the
Falcons
best thing
fan
that
by
ever
the end
happened
of
to us,
this
and I hope
shit.
he is. But I just haven't seen it yet. He had a really good game last game against some backups in a third preseason game of the year. So we'll see what happens whenever he plays against real players. I hope that it works out well. I really, really do want this season to go good for us. I think that with the draft, the draft picks we gave up, we should have at least 3 more wins than we had last year. But that's just me. That's just me weighing out prices of what we paid. So we may not. And if we don't, I'm sure there's going to be 1,000 excuses for why Bryce Young didn't succeed this year. That is not his fault. So I know that's coming. But I just want to be realistic about things. I want people to look at things realistically. Like, if Bryce Young goes out there and plays like shit, then call him playing like shit. We're not going to get that this year. Everything he does bad this year is going to be an excuse. But if he goes out there and plays like shit, like, just say he goes out there and puts up Baker Mayfield numbers.
Damn.
If he puts up Baker Mayfield numbers, people are still going to say he's amazing.
Man.
And I cannot wait.
Lord have mercy.
I cannot wait to hear the
Wilson already.
So we're going to see what happens.
It is possible. Stop.
Well, I do
very
declare.
It's very possible.
If he puts up rookie Baker Mayfield numbers,
and there's the excuse right there. There you go. He put the excuse in there right there before it ever happened.
Those aren't bad numbers.
Even though 6 months ago, he said, even though 6 months ago he said, Bryce Young doesn't need this. Bryce Young didn't have this in college. Bryce Young is better than this. But when Bryce Young doesn't do it, it's not his fault.
Greg, you didn't even let me finish,
that's what's gonna
bro.
happen. Watch.
Greg, dude, Baker Mayfield's rookie season was his best season, bro. Like I just said, if he puts up Baker Mayfield numbers, that's fucking good.
And you know what? Baker Mayfield's best season in college was better than Bryce Young's best season in college.
Check my stats.
I do declare. I can't hear anything.
Imagine walking through a desert like we have been walking through. We've been walking through a quarterback desert for the last 5 years, and we're so thirsty. And Greg's with us, and he goes, "Don't drink that water. There's probably piss in it."
It's a mirage.
Hey, look. All I will say is I warned y'all about Matt Rhule before he came in here, and all of y'all told me I was a fool.
You did.
He didn't tell you were a fool. We said we.
No, you said you don't believe
the
me.
only one though who
You went the other way. You don't believe me. So
But you don't have to do that here, Greg.
Okay. All I'm saying is, let's wait until they prove it.
Wait till you name your next child, Bryce.
But
Well,
here's
maybe.
the thing: if we suck, if we suck, you're in this boat with us, man. Because we're not no analysts. We're just giving our opinion. So we're all.
You're right. But the only thing I can say is, I told y'all so.
Oh,
Y'all can't
don't.
say
Well,
that.
we hope you didn't tell us. Greg, go get
Let's
your
hope
kid.
not. I would
Go
much
get your
rather be
kid.
the other way around. I would much rather be
Brycina.
wrong.
Brycina. Go get Brycina.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pick her up. I appreciate y'all. Keep
Don't
pounding. Have a
leave
good
her.
night.
Don't leave her because you don't trust you did it wasn't good enough.
All right, but hold on. Before we jump in to the next part of our show, remember I told y'all that tonight was a very special edition of the C3 Friday Free for All.
Ooh.
And y'all thought that we were playing, bro, because first we brought that Manscaped back to you and told you to shave your big hairy bush because nobody likes that.
Zendaya doesn't like it either.
We premiered
I already do.
that Panther pickle shirt.
Yeah,
That you
that
can
shit was
get,
dope. It's fire.
That you can get at CarolinaCatChronicles.com. But you know what? We're not done. We are not done because you already know who is back just in time for the NFL season. That's right, boys. It's time to play daily fantasy sports with Prize Picks.
Lord have mercy.
Booyah. Booyah. Prize Picks. I know. Prize Picks is your place for daily fantasy football sports, man. This is a great way to have fun, watch football, and put a little cash in your pocket. Go to Prize Picks, use the promo code C3, and you will get 100% deposit match up to $100. You put in $100, they'll match you $100. You put in $50, they'll match you $50. And what's great about Prize Picks is not only does it mean fantasy football is here, but they also have so many great fun promotions to keep you interested and in the game. Man, I tell you this right now, if you go sign up for Prize Picks and use the promo code C3, you're going to get 100% match up to $100. But you could just take that $100 and you could look at this great square right here. Look at this. Dak Prescott, his fantasy projection right now is 0.5 passing yards. He has to complete one pass. Here's how Prize Picks works. You have to identify at the minimum two fantasy football players and their projections, and you either go more or less. So in this case, Patrick Mahomes, 298.5 yards. You could go Mahomes more than, and Dak Prescott more than that, and you put $20, and then you make those projections because this is a skill-based game, fantasy football. You can take their $20 and with great skill turn it into $60. Kev, how many times, if you did 5 players and you projected 5 players and you got them right, what would they give you?
I almost won 10 grand from the Super Bowl.
Wow. G Baby, he is a master when it comes to the WNBA. This guy pulled $1,000 because he knows fantasy women's basketball. How the hell? I don't know. Glenn agree? It's great. But right now, Dak Prescott is a way for you to get up in this action right away. Prize Picks, use the promo code C3. There's a link in the description to the show. You can go use that direct link. They will match your first time deposit with 100% bonus. And boy, so many people have fun playing Prize Picks with the C3 Panthers podcast. They came back to us. They said, we want to get back with you guys because we do a segment each and every week where we talk about the Panthers matchup. Let's see what the Panthers players that are available in 9 days. Look at this, just 9 days away.
No one's available.
Oh,
they got people available now.
Yeah, well, we got Miles Sanders. You could do all right. So right now, the projections. These are projections, folks. Is fantasy football projections. Bryce Young completions in first 10 pass attempts. Will he go over 60% ultimately?
Oh, so I would say more.
That's he's going to go 7 for 10 in his first drive.
I just made an entry.
Baby. I'm believing. I'm believing
Johnny
right
Hecker,
now, baby.
Will Johnny Hecker punt the ball more than 5 4? Well, he punted the ball 5 times.
Probably.
And Miles Sanders, in his first 5 rushing attempts, he's projected to have 20.5 rushing yards. Guys, we're gonna have a little fun here and make a play on one of these Panthers guys. Where do we go? Where are we sticking out right away? And then we'll look up the Falcons, and then we'll kind of peek around.
It also Tony. It also has his passing yards for the year too.
Y'all want to know what I? Y'all want to know what I just put in?
Oh, let's see.
I like that.
We can put his name in. We can put
in. Hold that. So Anthony, I'm gonna go right to you. But first, let me add on to what you're saying, Tony, because let's say you want to, play with more than just fantasy football, dude. You can go and play NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, PGA, college football,
WNBA,
men's college basketball, women's college basketball, soccer,
badminton,
WNBA, esports, NASCAR, tennis,
cornhole,
UFC and MMA, boxing, disc golf, Euro basketball, and even cricket. Come on.
This is crazy. Fantasy sports is alive in every part and every corner of the world, and you can be a part of it by using the promo code C3 at Prize Picks. Let's make some Prize Picks right now.
Let's go.
I've already used my DAC.
Y'all want to know what I locked in on? I just made one.
Tell me.
I haven't done Prize Picks in a very long time, but I've
still been doing it.
I just locked in, so I just deposited 15. I did 15 to win 75. Bryce Young over 6.5 completions in first 10 pass attempts.
Yeah, say more than.
Yeah. Travis Kelce over a touchdown, and then I got Dak Prescott over 0.5 yards. So I'm liking.
I got my lineup.
I like this Tua. I like this Tua 262.
Justin Fields.
You think he's going to get more than? Remember, we got to use the term, guys. We got to be careful. More than, less than are the terms we need to be using. Yep. Daniel Jones versus Dallas. I like that.
I take all the receiving touchdowns, like Justin Jefferson, Travis Kelce.
I agree with Tony on the Daniel Jones one.
Okay, I'm gonna make a play there.
The Kelce one is free.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have to pick up that. Tony, go to receiving touchdowns.
I would take Justin Jefferson and Travis Kelce.
Yeah, you have to pick up that.
And probably even Jamar Chase.
He's going to
get because the dude scores so much, and he's playing one of the worst.
I think in Prize Picks though, you can only pick one person for reception touchdowns
per team.
Right?
No, you can do. You can do.
They just can't be on the same team.
But listen, it's the same thing for Kelce, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, but somebody's not getting a touchdown in week 1. Somebody's not.
I don't think that as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Diggs will. Diggs doesn't play that great.
No, I think Diggs will actually because
this is crazy. Rush yards in first 5 attempts.
Yeah, that one's kind of risky to be honest.
You know who we gotta go. You know what? We're going.
You gotta go Nick Chubb on that because he's Mr. Consistency for sure.
Or what?
Yeah,
about,
that's true.
5 yards a carry.
What about Bijan?
Don't do that to me. Don't do that.
No, I mean, we don't have 21 and a half
Dude, that's kind of. I take Bijan with the touchdown. I take.
Ooh,
Bijan
I like
touchdown.
Bijan more than 71. What do you like? Touchdown?
I like the
good
touchdown.
God.
I like the touchdown because
all of them. That's not cool.
No, they're gonna get to the goal line at least. They're gonna get to the goal line at least one time, and there's no way Desmond Ritter's throwing a touchdown pass. So they're probably gonna.
I mean, Atlanta's gonna be running that Tennessee lifestyle offense. So.
Yes, literally, man. That's literally their offense. What were you saying, Kevin?
Oh, passing touch. Can Goff go too? Yes.
On the Chiefs?
Yes.
I kind of like that because I think the Detroit's very underrated this year.
But their main red zone,
especially on offense,
is running the ball. That's where they were able to score so many of their touchdowns in the red zone. Which
I think Gibbs is going to be nasty.
Yeah,
I really do.
He is.
But they're taking on Kansas City.
Yeah, but Chris Jones might not be playing.
Do we want to keep looking, or do we like this lineup here? Do you guys like what I got here? Daniel Jones more than 199.5 passing yards. Travis Kelce more than he gets a touchdown. Bijan 1 touchdown. Jared Goff 2 touchdowns. Is that the risk? Who's the risky play?
I did notice the passing yards for Kenny Pickett be a flat like 202. They're playing the Niners, but honestly, Steve Wilkes likes playing that soft zone, so he could be able to get that, honestly.
And Pickett's feeling it too.
And especially like if it is a blowout,
I like that one too.
Garbage time.
I like that one too. You're right. If they're behind, right?
Yeah. Right there.
Where did he go? Where did he go?
Hey, Evan, you're back. Evan, you're back in the show, bro. Jump in on it.
Hey. Yeah, I'm liking some of these. So far. I mean, that Chiefs game is definitely going to be a shootout, so it makes sense to put Jared Goff over Moore.
But you can only make 6 bets in one bet, right? 6? Is that the
6?
Yeah.
So basically, I need Bryce Young to complete his first 7 out of 10 passes.
Bro, with how conservative Bryce is, I feel like he could easily do that.
But he could throw the ball away too.
Yeah.
I don't love that
true.
first 7. That's 70% right out the gate. I mean, ugh.
That's
like that.
Greg's worst nightmare.
Oh gosh, yeah, Greg. What is more or less on Greg having a heart attack? Or an aneurysm would probably be this. So right here, this is how Prize Picks works. You have to pick multiple players from multiple teams, and what you do is you analyze their fantasy football projection. And if you can do this, is you can do a power play or you can do a flex play. Once you get over 4 picks, though, you have to it automatically becomes a flex play. Look at this, is $20. That's what I'm going to put into this. All 5 pays out 10 times the money, 4 times 2. So look, this is what we got. This is going to be our first prize pick on the Friday free for all. It is there. Look, I'll show you guys. I got some stuff still cooking though. Here are some other entries I got. Tell me how you guys feel about this. I had Bijan more than 71.5. Dak more than. I got that free square right there. Hoping for that. This is season long, guys. I did this at the end of last year.
Yeah.
What is that? Herbert to
Herbert less than 4,700 yards. Okay. Patrick Mahomes less than 4,800. And Dak Prescott less than 43.
Can we get Dak Prescott with like a bunch of interceptions?
Yeah, right. But so we'll see if that. I did $15 power play a year ago that would pay $75. Go to prizepicks.com. Use the promo code C3. We had a ton of people. Man, we've got a chat and we've got a DM, like a direct message group on x.com, a.k.a. Twitter. And these guys are always out there finding the plays, having fun.
Yeah,
promo code C3. The link is in the description. Let's rock and roll. I have the quote, Cody, as
Yeah, well, I was just gonna say I put one in real quick myself.
Okay.
You know, they're giving you that Dak Prescott, so you know I went more on that. Patrick Mahomes, I have him going more than 298. I know y'all might call me crazy, man, but I think
he always goes more.
And dude, watch out for Justin Ross and that offense, baby. I'm telling you, Kelce more than a receiving touchdown. Stephon Diggs more than a receiving touchdown. I'm all right with this one, man. I'm liking it.
Okay, I finally found the quote, guys. It says this was published When was this published? This was published on August 31st. So this is from yesterday. It says the wisdom that can be applied to the reworked Panthers roster led by a rookie quarterback with an all new coaching staff and a host of new faces around the offense. Wait, hold on. It says Fitter sat down with general manager Dan Morgan and went through the whole roster position by position, comparing it to the 2022 edition. For the most part, they drew positives. This is quote from Scott Fitter. We had mostly positive, a couple of equals. There was one negative. So my question is this, is if we could say that mostly positive, I think you could talk about maybe some things that were added to the safety group. You could talk about continuing to grow maybe at the offensive line with Zavala and some additions there. And obviously the truth, Bryce Young. A couple of equals. I don't know where we probably talk about maybe some linebackers. Who knows there? Maybe the corners. What's the negative? I need to know. What's the negative? What is worse about this roster than last year, guys?
I don't know. Maybe they're saying linebacking core.
I'm scared about the front seven. That's been my biggest worry.
Cornerbacks.
I think that the thing is that we chose youth over experience, and that's kind of a gamble when it comes to the offensive line. So
well, if you I'm sorry, excuse me.
You're fine. All I was saying is inexperience in key positions like that feels like a risky move, especially if injuries, strike. And I feel that the possibility of adding a veteran move might be crucial when it comes to our offensive line, because I'm not sure, developing these young guys is going to be key into this season, especially when you have a rookie quarterback back there.
But was it better than Cam Irving and Michael Jordan, though?
Well,
I don't say no. I don't think that's the wrong. I don't think they made the wrong move. It's just a risky move, especially when it comes to these guys not having no experience. You just
I'm sorry. If the experience is Michael Jordan and Cam Irving, so off with that.
I didn't necessarily say it's them, though.
No, I know.
Yeah, maybe. All right. So there could be an argument that it's equal right there, right. Or negative.
Same with Icky.
I would say if you look at if I go to our lads depth chart for this year and last year, because on that site you can do that, because they got last year's depth chart.
Yeah, who was our other defensive end last year? I don't even remember.
You had YGM and Brian Burns, and then for the interior you had
Matt. We have a white dude.
Okay,
Matt
for the
Ioannidis.
interior, you had Matt Ioannidis and Derek Brown. Compared to now, all you have is because
Derek Brown
system.
For the interior,
is Shy Tuttle. Derek Brown's a defensive end, and the other defensive end is
Deshaun Williams.
Deshaun Williams, exactly. Yeah. I would say it's Deshaun Williams.
Mm-hmm.
If it was me, I would say that's the weekend.
Yeah, it is.
That's the weekend is Deshaun Williams.
I would say the running back.
I think we're making it too hard, Pickle. I don't think it's that complicated at all. There's a lot of key people that we've lost between this year and last year. If we're looking at the beginning of the season, you could say Christian McCaffrey. That's a negative, right? I mean, I like Miles Sanders, but is he as good as Christian McCaffrey? Is pretty close. So maybe that's an equal. What about DJ Moore? We don't have that true number one wide receiver, or even really a true number two, in case you want to count Thielen as our true number two, and he's still a downgrade over DJ Moore. And then one more I've got for you that could be a negative. What about Dante Jackson coming back from Achilles injury? That's a negative. He's not going to be as strong this year or as fast, and he's already dealing with injuries so far with that recovery in Achilles. And then Corbett at right guard. That's been our biggest problem so far in the season. Any one of those could be the negative that they're talking about, Tony.
Amazing points.
Yeah, well done.
Well done, Doctor.
The idea is like but in some cases for all of those too, I think the Christian McCaffrey is probably the most compelling, but I think you would want to say equal if you're fitter. You want to say, but I guess maybe the room as a whole went down. right? Is that even if Miles Sanders, if we're going to say he's a step back from McCaffrey, but not a giant step back from
also
McCaffrey.
Look at this. We have McCaffrey and Foreman at the same time.
Right. The room got weaker as a whole. I'm trying to think too. Who was returning kicks for us?
You could go quarterback got weaker.
Shai Smith was.
Not from. Well, no, never mind.
Well, are you turning into Greg?
I was thinking. Skip it.
Don't say that.
Yeah,
He's growing a beard. I can see the beard coming in.
It don't get worse than Baker and PJ.
Shut the hell up.
I'm gonna wear that right now. That shit is gonna be like that shit's gonna have a divot in it by the end of the year.
Okay,
so TJ says Sanders is a huge step back, and I think it's not the tight end group though. No. I wonder if he's going player. Is he going starter by starter? Is he going group by group? And why the hell didn't a reporter say what was the negative?
Right.
Why did the reporter not just say, okay, don't leave us hanging, bro? What's the negative?
How much of an upgrade is Hayden?
I think someone did ask him that, Tony, but
a lot, JJ. A lot.
And then he said, well, well, I can't say that because other teams are watching this.
Right. Okay.
If you're listening enough for these GM coaches and coach speaks, they often refer to positions. Not they don't like. For example, they'll say D line. They'll say interior D line, linebacker, outside linebacker. That's what they call it. You know what I'm saying? So I would imagine. I would imagine that when he says like a position, I would say defensive end comparable to interior D line.
Yeah, and I think hold on, is Cody, are you there, Cody?
I am.
Cycle me out. I'm gonna go check on the fam and you can let everybody in real quick. All right.
Yes, sir.
See you, Tony.
He'll be back. Let me bring Jake the Snake. All right, everybody's in the show. TJ, if you want to join, I thought I pinned it, man. Everybody's saying that these links don't work as soon as I pin them.
I thought it was just me because I was on the phone, Cody. But
yeah, it wasn't working. I was using the phone too.
Could just be a phone thing. It might not be anything you're doing.
Yeah, maybe so.
Are we talking about week 1 now, boys?
Yeah, man. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about Atlanta, but also, do you think that the Panthers are overrated or underrated going into this matchup?
Underrated.
Nobody
Underrated.
Nobody in the media really seems to have any belief in us.
That's every year, though.
I like it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I like
I'll
it that
say
way.
it like this.
Tell 'em, Pickle.
Start hyping us up. Every time they hype us up, somebody in that damn room tells everybody to take a chill pill. You're great now, and we suck. That may not like it. That's just how it's always been.
Everybody always got something
Janitor,
slick to say about
maybe the
us.
secretary, maybe where everybody goes gets their lunch. The lunch lady telling everybody you can chill. You Superman. Because it's been that way since the beginning. If you've watched the Panthers at the beginning, you know that it's been that way. He can't be a coach. They've all changed. Can't be a GM. They've changed. Hell, can't even be the owner. They've changed too. It's got to be somebody been there for years. It's got to be somebody.
We just never won a Super Bowl. That's all it is to it. That's all it is to it. We never won a Super Bowl. That's why we get so much hate.
I think we're underrated. I mean, I think we're underrated by the media and myself and maybe JJ. And I think we're overrated by this fan base. I'll put it like that.
I agree with that. A lot of folks in this fan base think we're going to the Super Bowl this year.
So Anthony, you want to have it both. You want to have it both ways. Yeah, you want to say we're overrated.
Yeah.
You want to say we're overrated and underrated
Anthony.
at the same time? Like, what a way to not answer the question.
I'll use Greg's. I mean, that's Greg's logic, right?
Yeah, it really is.
How many wins do you think we get this year, Anthony? How many wins do you think we get?
I mean, like, I like Bryce Young. Like, I do. Like, he's obviously my favorite player on the team, even though he hasn't even played a snap. It's just, I think we have some holes. And listen, I could be completely wrong. I mean, I'm a Panthers fan. I want this team to be great. And if they're great, then they're great. But I mean, I don't think, I think, it's not just how a quarterback plays.
Right.
Modern era now. I think, the team's got to help him out. And I think that's ultimately what it comes down to, man. I mean, the best example is Cam Newton's rookie season, right? We were 5th in points per drive. I mean, we were overall a top 5 offense that year, but the defense was bad. So it really depends on if the team can gel together. I think that's the biggest thing that I'm looking for. And trust me, I like some of the signings we have. I just hope it comes into fruition. I'm at the mindset, listen, this is a whole new coaching staff, a whole new regime. Well, besides for Scott Fitter, but I'm not going to talk about him. It really, I mean, it's going to take gelling. As much as everyone wants to win this year, listen, I want to win this year too. It's just, it's going to take gelling. And listen, here's the thing against my argument. You can say that about the Saints too, because they have a new quarterback. The only difference is that he's played 10 years and he's been with that coach. So I will be absolutely ecstatic if we win the division. I think anything after that will just be Christmas for me. So my goal, from what I at my highest of expectations as I possibly can be, is winning the division. And I think that's a step in the right direction, man. I think it really is, because you all have to remember, man, Cam Newton, we didn't see success till our 3rd season, and he was a great player. So that's the way I break it down for y'all, man.
That shit funny as fuck. I see wrong answers.
It's crazy how I'm higher on Bryce right now, and I was a Stroud fan and wanted to draft Stroud, and now I'm a higher Bryce fan now. That's crazy, and I have more faith than. That's crazy.
Did the drums so much for Bryce, and now he's like, let's not go too crazy there, guys.
Y'all missed my point, though. Cody, you missed my point, though. I literally just compared him to Cam Newton's rookie season. Cam Newton was amazing, but
Bryce is a different player than Cam. He's smarter than Cam.
He broke records.
Yes, my point is that but what are you talking about? Are you talking about team success or how Bryce Young does? Because if we're just talking about how Bryce Young does, then yeah, I have high expectations, but it's a team sport. Just like
you're right. It is a team sport. Yep.
Just like your boy Justin Herbert, he balled the fuck out his rookie season, and they only won 7 games. That's in fault for the defense and the coaching. So as high on Bryce Young as I am, this isn't the NBA where you can just have LeBron James carry the worst scrubs of all time to the finals. No, there's 11 guys on the field and 11 guys on the defense.
They're disappointed. You don't think Bryce Young's going to carry us to the division is what they're really getting at. Because you were really hyping bro up before the draft.
But here's
and now
the
it's
thing,
like
JJ,
you ain't even got the cojones to say we win in the division.
JJ, what rookie quarterback has carried their team to the division? How many of them have there been?
I'd say Brock Purdy, but he started late as fuck in the year, so I can't say Brock Purdy. I'm saying.
I don't like this thing where we compare quarterbacks and compare them against what other men who came before him couldn't do.
Right.
So we're not even looking at this
Mac
team's
Jones,
potential.
Mac
Jones. Comparing Darnold and Baker Mayfield.
But think about this. But Anthony, you even mentioned
7-9 with Baker Mayfield.
Winning this division, that would be a great step for us. But let's not even act like that's something difficult to do, man. Every team in this division,
especially this year,
every team in this division has so many unknowns.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa just lost their starting center.
So can we?
The Saints have brand new pieces on their defensive line and their offensive line. Atlanta, bro, their entire defensive backfield. I mean, they have 2 brand new players. Calais Campbell is old as hell. It's not hard to envision the Panthers being able to pull this division out. Not saying it'll be easy, but to me, I feel like the Panthers right now are an underrated football team.
Yep, Cody. Yep. I don't think people realize we almost won division last year with 3 different fucking quarterbacks. Like, people don't realize that we had 3 different quarterbacks last year and we almost won division.
4.
I mean, can we even? I mean, Cody, would it be wrong to say that we're almost like perfectly rated? Because what I mean by that is, good Lord, what? Okay. What I mean by that is that, you know, like like kind of what like Anthony was saying, you know, we have a whole new coaching staff. We have a whole new regime. We've got fresh faces. We got a lot of young talent, a lot of development talent on both sides of the ball, especially up front on the offensive line. But I think also you got to think also on the defensive side. I mean, I think we're talented enough to be a top half team in the defense in the league. Your staff is upgrade. There's people in the media, even in the NFL, saying that we might have one of the best coaching staffs in the NFL assembled.
Yeah,
like has been talks about that. But, you know, also when you have a rookie quarterback, and I said it, and even though Greg disagreed with me, I still think that I think Bryce Young can be, you know, I think I truly believe he can be elite and be a franchise guy. I just truly think that for him to do so is how far is our offensive line willing to take him to that point? Are our wide receivers going to get open?
That's my point. As great as Bryce Young can be, it's still a team sport. So, like, if our offensive line can't hold up for him, I mean, that's the main motor of the whole offense, right? If the offensive line is like, if the offensive line's holding up for him and he's just making bad plays, then that's on him. Right? Yeah, I mean, which I don't expect, right? Because we've seen him in you know, short sample size, but we've seen him make clear, easy reads when the offensive line gives him at least like 3 seconds to throw. So I think.
I've just never seen a guy that steps back like him. I've just never seen a young guy like him though step back and is so poised and so comfortable back there and just steps and throws. And he's even willing, even for his size, he's willing to step in the pocket and take the hit, and still can make the throws.
Hey, Pantherology, I heard someone made a great point whenever they were talking about the Jonathan Taylor situation, saying you want JT to be on the field with Anthony Richardson, your rookie quarterback, because the players on the field determine who your quarterback is. And you always want the best players on the field at all times. So I think that's another thing we have to, you know, keep into account. And that's also what, like, Anthony was saying with the Jaguars comparison.
I don't think Josh Allen's as good as Josh Allen if he doesn't have Stephon Diggs.
Oh, well, that's a given. Well, you can see flashes, though. When he got John Brown his second year, he took a marginal leap compared to his first year, but he became a superstar once he got a superstar receiver.
And
it's the same thing with a lot of young quarterbacks, like Hurts, Tua.
It's also the same thing that people said about Cam when he didn't have a number one. The same thing that people were saying just recently about Lamar Jackson.
Prime was so short.
But people are saying the same thing about Lamar Jackson too. That
another beneficial thing that we have going for us too is we have one of the we have the 11th or 7th ranked easiest schedule this season. So I mean that's also something you have to think about.
Yeah, I get that. Listen, here's my only thing. Like, I know Cody's argument is like, well, your highest expectations are only winning the division. Dude, if we won the division, do you know how crazy this fan base would go just after the last 5 seasons we've had with a rookie quarterback? I would call that an 1,000-win season for us, man. Like,
it might only take us. I'm not saying your expectations are too low. It might only take us to win 8 games this season to win the division because Tampa Bay won 8 games last year and won the division.
Yeah.
No, we would have had to beat the Saints to get in still.
Whatever it takes to get in there.
We swept the Saints.
The reason why national media is looking down on us is strictly because the way we had the preseason, when we had the vanilla offense, half of them aren't talking about the fact that we played vanilla offense. They said our offense looked bad. They're not talking about the reasons why the offensive struggles. They just said the offensive line was trash. I mean, half of them have absolutely no comprehension. Half of them don't even know where Charlotte is. and much less whether the Panthers are
The
good or
problem
bad.
I had with that
That's
whole
what happened
vanilla-
to Dallas in '96 too.
The problem I had with that whole vanilla offense too was this offseason. I get it that you want to hide your playbook. You don't want other teams to watch your film and you don't want them to see the plays. But it was confusing a lot of players on both sides of the ball. And then that's the reason why we weren't playing as well. So hopeful. I mean, that's one thing I'm hopeful for is that maybe once we get into the actual playbook and we're actually like playing, you know, the real deal, we'll see how this offense actually takes off.
Right.
I'll put it like
if you look, there's never been. They were talking about this on NFL Series Radio the other day. They've never been a NFL team face two division opponents in week 1 or 2 in the history of the NFL. That's never happened. And I think that's why they're doing so much of that vanilla offense is because we're facing – if you think about it, if we come out and we play good enough to beat the Falcons and the Saints, all this narrative changes.
We're off to a good start then. I mean that's going to be big for them in the division.
Think about it too with these both of these first two games. Both of these first two games are playoff games. Really.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate.
They count for more because they're in the division. Hey, let me go. Let me get some people in. Let me go to my man Evan. Do you think this team is overrated or underrated going into week 1?
I definitely think some people can do or are doing both. My expectation is I have like a certain like wins of where I like think they'll be. I can see this team. My highest is probably 11 wins, and the lowest I'll go is probably like 7 or 8. In between that, like win, that many wins is probably what I'm thinking they'll probably get. I'm not thinking they're gonna go all the way to the Super Bowl at all. If anything, maybe I could see us doing a surprising run to the NFC championship game and then losing in that. But even that, I maybe don't see us doing. But I would love that if we did that. But yeah, I mean, the vanilla offense thing too. I mean, it's definitely good to do that. I mean, that's a good reason to do that is because we have opponents right away in our division, and those games are going to be big. I mean, having our first 2 games against divisional opponents, I mean, those are going to be key for us winning the division, and I definitely think we can this year.
Yeah, and think about this. In the preseason, we didn't have Brian Burns, didn't have Justin Houston, didn't have DJ Chark, didn't have Terry Marshall Jr., barely had LaVisca Chenault. So it's like you understand how the Panthers are keeping everything close to the vest right now. They're wanting to really come out there and take Atlanta by surprise. Hey, I got my man TJ joining the Friday Free for All. TJ, are you there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up, Cody?
I'm doing good, man. How are you? Hey, let me ask you, man. Do you think the Panthers are underrated or overrated going into this week 1 matchup against the Falcons?
I mean, as far as the media outlets, I think from what I've seen, most of them are picking the Saints to win it. And is that what you mean by that? Like, as far as
no, what do you think about the Panthers? Are the Panthers at large? Would you say overrated or are they underrated? And how would you rank them?
At large, underrated. From a fan perspective, I'll go because I listen to you guys, and so I'll go from what I've heard on the podcast. Most people are saying a good season will be 7 wins, more wins than last year. I think they're underrated. I think that we need, for me to think that to prove myself right here, I'm going to say we need a winning season. It has to be a winning season, and that's it. Like maybe 500, but I think we need a winning season, and I think by saying 7 games, I think we're underrated. I think we can have a winning season. And if not, that's going to be a major disappointment to me because, I mean, you just look at other teams that have done it. So you say we have the best quarterback in the draft. You say we traded up to get him. You say we have this elite coaching staff. And I just think of, and I mentioned in the comments a couple weeks ago, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, Mike Tomlin, elite coach. They had drafted Kenny Pickett, and the motherfucker has not had a losing season. So why can't we have a winning season at the least? That's what I expect, and I think we can do it.
Well, we don't know if we have a Mike Tomlin yet. We don't know if Frank Reich is necessarily on that level, but
that's what they, that's what he's marketed as.
Hey, how about this? David Tepper paid the coaching staff like they are on that level. So
exactly, and that's why that's what everyone's been saying.
You're supposed to get what you pay for. At least that's what they say.
See where some return on investment there.
Kenny Pickett is not supposed to be a Bryce Young either, though.
Yeah.
If you go 50-50 coach quarterback, we should have a winning season, period. Otherwise, somebody's lying.
I got to go, boys. But, hey, I agree with you, bro. But the difference is that the Steelers have already had a winning organization built. They've had that, and they know what the blueprint is for that. But, man, I got to go. So, yeah, man, this is my last thoughts, man. You already know C3 for life, boys. Love y'all. Love hanging with y'all, boys. You already know the vibes. It's going to be lit. The week 1 is right around the corner. And I just want to put my perspective in like this. I'm the opposite of Greg. I'm not worried about Bryce Young. I'm worried about the pieces around this team. And if those pieces can come together and prove me wrong, then, man, I think we're a playoff team. It's that simple. It's that simple. I think people have just been actually acting like I think this team is straight dog shit. No, I really don't. I just think there's a lot of unproven talent on this team, and they just got to prove it to me. And once that happens, man, I'll be right with y'all by the midseason. Hell, maybe even week 2 if we're out there, if we're 2-0.
He was doing the opposite of what Greg's doing. He was like, once Bryce proves it to me, and then Anthony's like, once the team proves it to me. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that's just pretty much what they're doing, man. And it's funny that those are the two that argue with each other the most.
Is it all right if I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hell yeah. All right. I think Cole said it the best when he said, nobody got our back but us. So clearly that means we're underrated, bro. And even by our own fans, I know a lot of people think, 10 wins I've said it myself, 10 wins is outrageous to just expect. But maybe I just took that too literal. But the fact that, in my opinion, we have the best quarterback in this class, in this division, we should have the best coaching staff in this division. We do have talented players all around the field, on both sides of the ball. Once this team can really gel together, I've mentioned it before. We could be the Jaguars of last year. We could get a winning season. We could get 10 games, maybe one up the Jaguars because we've always been their bigger brother, And yeah, to really answer the question, we're underrated, especially by the media. I've heard people say we're getting the top 5 pick, or we're giving a top 5 pick to the Bears, and even I made that statement when Cody asked the unpopular opinion on the Friday Free For All 2 months ago. But man, we haven't earned a top 5 pick since the year we got the number 1 pick for Cam. Like the closest we were was when we got Icky, and we've never been that bad. We've always been better than that. So there's no reason for us to not be better than the Saints, Falcons, and especially the Buccaneers. Considering I believe we got the best quarterback. Keep on.
Yeah, I 100% agree, man. Like, to me, this division, there being so much uncertainty, that gives me more hope than almost anything else. Like, I understand anyone that has questions about this Panthers team, but there are legitimately just as much questions about the Saints, Falcons, and Buccaneers. So it's like, why couldn't it be us? Why can't it be us, damn it? That's what I'm saying, and I think that it can. I really do, and I'm telling y'all, man, Bryce is ahead of his years. I know he's a veteran, and yeah, he's going to have to learn on the fly. But, dude, this guy is a veteran, in name only. Like, nothing else he does is on a veteran level. The way he goes through his progressions and throws with timing, touch, and anticipation, he does things that you can't just teach a player to be able to do. So that's part of the reason why I'm not really too worried. I believe that Bryce is going to be able to make something happen. And I feel like Atlanta dude, that's a perfect test to start out the season to see right where we are. Run defense, bro, Tyler Algier, and they just drafted Bijan Robinson. You're gonna have to stop that.
That's what I'm
pass
nervous about.
Hey, how about our pass defense? But we have to be able to stop Kyle Pitts and Drake London, like big, fast
Bijan out the
receivers.
backfield.
Yeah, man, like they have a lot. They have a lot of options.
I think we'll be all right. I think we're going to stop the run. I think we're going to be able to handle the pass. We're not going to stop every run, and we're not going to stop every pass. But the majority of them will handle. And I think Bryce Young is ahead of his game, and I think this offense is ahead of his game. And I think when we come out week 1, people are going to say, "Who the hell is this?"
I agree, Pickle. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta's going to come.
I'm just going to say that if you ain't on this wagon now, don't get your ass on when we go.
No, sir.
Because you know what?
Tell them.
Here now. When we
take
off week 1, the stairs are pulling up, and you can't jump on that wagon. You know?
Honestly, I'm not worried about the offense at all, but I think the Falcons and the Saints for week 1 and week 2, especially being division opponents, is going to tell us a lot about our defense. And especially if Derek Carr comes out the way I think he will. I think Derek Carr is a good quarterback, like really good quarterback in the league. And I think it's going to be Atlanta and then them is going to be a good test for our defense to see where they're at and gauge where we're at on defense. I'm more worried about that than I am the offense, to be honest.
The first
boys,
6 games is really...
I got cut off, but hey, keep motherfucking pounding, boys. I'll see you all on the next show, man.
Take it easy, Anthony. Take it easy, bro.
I don't believe we have one roster spot. We haven't talked about that yet. We have one roster spot. Now, I believe that they do want a third quarterback somewhere, but I don't think they were planning to put him on the regular roster. I believe we're going to add a player, whether it's I'm not sure how, but I believe we're going to add a defensive line player.
Yeah, defensive tackle.
Oh, hey, I wanted to bring this up too. We mentioned this in the Twitter Spaces, but we haven't had a chance to do it yet. Matt Corral is a New England Patriot.
Matt Corral's on my fantasy team.
Matt Corral is a bum.
You know what?
All right.
Give some
Amen to all of that.
That destiny,
no filter.
I got ripped off in it. I know what the hell I was.
Yeah, you were kind of breaking up, Pickle, but
I hear shit.
I wanted to also throw out there from earlier when they were saying Cody, you mentioned the first 2 games of being division opponents. I think the first 6 games really show us what we're made of. Those are all our toughest opponents out of the division, like right before the bye. How do you all feel about that?
I mean, right up before the bye, to me, yeah, I agree with you, JJ. That's going to be an ultimate test. Let me pull up the schedule.
We got week 3.
I was saying it. I said it earlier. You know, that both of those games are, but the first 2 games are playoff games, right? I mean, that's what they are. I mean,
yeah,
100%. With the Atlanta game, though, I think that to piggyback off of what you were saying, Cody, with the Atlanta game, I think that like I said, I think Atlanta's going to come out and run that Tennessee style offense. They're going to pound the ball down, try to pound the ball down our throats. That's the biggest concern for me is stopping the run. As long as, like I said, as long as Dante Jackson, JC Horn stay healthy and they're on the field, the passing game is going to be. I don't think it's going to be an issue because I don't trust Desmond Ridder to throw a ball on the broadside of a barn. So I mean, it is going to be a nice test though for Bryce and to see how poised he is in a real game.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So up into the bye, so it's Atlanta, New Orleans, Seattle, Minnesota, Detroit.
That Seattle game is going to be a good one.
And Miami.
Yeah, and Miami. So, no, you're right. That's a great test. We have 2 division opponents.
In Seattle.
Yeah, in Seattle. Everybody's predicting Seattle to be a good team. Minnesota.
And the next 2 are on the road.
Yeah,
and
at
then the
home
bye.
against the Lions.
I guess my point with Atlanta is you got that run game challenge, and then with the Saints, you got the pass game challenge to show us what the defense can do. And of course, they have Kamara with the Saints, so
he won't be playing though.
He won't be playing. Yeah.
Is D-Jack gonna be ready week 1 or what's going on with him? I haven't heard anything.
That's what they're saying. He's saying that he'll be ready for week 1.
Yeah, he's been healthy the whole preseason. He just hasn't played.
Okay.
Yeah, tell him, Pickle.
Never can tell with that guy.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Personally speaking, I agree with several other folks on here. I know JJ agrees with me. Personally speaking, if it's up to me, he would be the last year he'd be Panther.
Oh, he should. I mean, dude's hurt every year. I mean, you can say the same thing about Haynes, though. Haynes is hurt every year. He's hurt every year preseason.
You know what, Haynes? I would cut Haynes today.
Yeah, yep.
I would cut Ian Thomas today.
I would cut him too.
Yeah, Cody, for sure.
All he does is block.
Entire preseason, he missed the entire training camp. He was healthy for one practice right before the fourth or the third preseason game. Now, that one practice told the coaches we're going to keep him. After cuts, after all this, he couldn't practice the last 2 practices because his back was acting up again.
Yep. Same injury every year. Same injury to his back.
Injury before training camp.
Mm-hmm. But Thomas couldn't catch a ball with fucking stickum on his hands, bro. The only thing he can do is block, bro. Cut that son of a bitch right now.
I don't get it. Why so many? The tight ends are the biggest mystery to me there is. The tight end room. I mean, and then Scott Peters going to come out. They're going to come out and praise the tight end room in the press conference. Like we all haven't been watching what they produce. Like, come on.
But Hurst is good though. I mean, Hurst is the best tight end we had since Greg Olsen. That's without a doubt.
How many catches have we seen him make on this team? I mean, I agree with you. He's the best we got, but I mean, he's not elite.
Oh, he's definitely not elite. He's not as bad. He's definitely not as good as Greg Olsen. We can all agree with that. But he's still the best tight end we've had since him.
Hurst is a guy.
I just don't understand why we have all these other tight ends.
Yeah, Hurst is a guy that's.
I don't either.
Hurst is a guy that's going to get you like 500 yards and like 3 or 4 touchdowns. Like that's
in
what
2019, Greg Olsen had more yards than Hayden Hurst's whole career high, bro. Like, can people stop gassing Hayden Hurst?
No.
I'm a Gamecock fan too. I mean, listen,
Hayden Hurst is who he is right now. It's unfair to him. It's unfair to the whole process to compare him to Greg Olsen.
No, I would never do that. He's better than anything we've had. I'm happy to have him. I'm just saying, why do we have the rest of them on the team?
Hey, real quick, I wanted to bring this up. Do y'all feel like Justin Houston is being a little bit too much with his predictions right here?
No.
Yeah, the power to tongue speak life and death. I'm speaking life over us.
You and Brian, the number 1 sack duo.
By far, we will be. Yeah, the power to tongue speak life and death. I'm speaking life over us.
Sheena getting him fired up.
That's a badass dude, bro, with that poetry, bro. Tell it.
Yeah, man, with that poetry dropping bars. It said that him and Brian Burns will be the top sack producing duo in the league, man.
I tell you what, that's a true veteran, though. I mean, he's a true veteran.
When you work your whole life and you get to the
my bad.
That's the talk you have.
Say that one more time, JJ.
When you get to a point he's gotten to in your career, like that's the only way you talk to yourself. Like that's just the attitude and mentality he has. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. He's going to say it, and he believes it in his mind because that's what it is. That's what got him to where he is. So I don't blame him for talking like that. That's just the way an elite player is going to talk. That's a mindset you have to have.
And he's still producing at his age, man. Like, people are doubting him, but he's still producing at his age. Just like Adam Thielen is still producing at his age. And they're sleeping on Adam Thielen because of his age, but he's still producing.
And I think the question really comes from the fact that for the last however many years, we've just been hearing,
You're breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
I do want to add. Justin Houston, like I remember when the Colts got him in 2019, I believe it was. And it was like his first year outside of Kansas City, and I thought he was washed up goods at that point. And man, he was producing. Obviously, he's been producing his whole career, but
You're talking about first year at Colts, right?
When you actually watched him, though, he was making plays, not just getting to the passer. He was just stopping everything. He was like, maybe it was just the few games I watched, but bro, he was a real impact player, and he always seems to be, even when he was on the Ravens. So.
He's good against the run too.
That might be our best signing this offseason. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
even over Von Bell, you know.
So Tony Dunn back in the building. We also got him from the 704 Charlotte Bound show. It's the big homie Twan Don. Twan, what's up, bro?
What's going on, guys, man? Shout out, I just came over here to check the guys out, man, from the Siete Zero Quattro show, man. What's good, Cody, Tony, rest of the crew?
What's up, Twan?
Hey, man, you gotta tell me when you're doing your fantasy. You gotta tell me when you're doing your fantasy draft, bro.
Oh, the fantasy draft is Monday night, man. Monday night.
This Monday night?
This Monday night.
At 8:30.
But
It's
on the
I'm gonna be
no days
watching,
off.
I'm gonna be watching my Clemson Tigers at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, but see the thing. But look, I'm gonna ask everybody if people are busy that night, then I'll switch it to the next night.
No, but Tuesday
they
is
on
even busier.
vacation.
No,
we got a whole week.
Busier.
It's a whole week.
Just let me know. Just let me know when you're doing it, man. But
it's tomorrow night. I mean, it's Monday night. Yeah.
They playing Duke. Cody.
Y'all gonna win that game easily.
Duke's gonna be good this year.
Kevin, y'all are about to lose to UNC and Drake May, so shut your ass up, bro.
I don't need to see that this weekend, Cody.
I got my money on South Carolina, bro. I don't want Carolina to win shit.
Let's go, Twan.
ACC, baby.
I hate the Tar Heels, bro.
Spencer Rattler's about to drop
anymore, baby.
No, the hell,
man. Spencer Rattler's gonna drop his Social Security check on somebody. He's so old.
He's gonna drop some nuts.
Tigers are gonna destroy.
Yeah, because they're low hanging. Because he's like an old man in there in the locker room. They walk past him. They're like, man, why you got old man balls?
Whacking people with his dick.
Hey, hold up, Tony, man. ECU ain't gonna do shit.
Shock the world, Twan.
The Pirates ain't gonna do a damn thing this year.
Damn, Twan, don't shit on it.
We're beating Michigan.
Oh yeah.
Damn. Oh, hold on now.
He's playing Michigan. I forgot.
Yeah.
We'll beat them for
At
you.
the big house.
We'll beat them for you, Tony. Don't worry.
All right.
We gotta play a real team. We gotta play a real team week 1.
So here's some inside info on the ECU Pirates. Inside info on the ECU Pirates is like they're Mason Garcia is going to be our starting quarterback, and he has been waiting in the wings, and he's like the highest profile, like the highest scouted quarterback we've ever had in our history. But somehow
hell yeah, that's good, bro.
Yeah, except for somehow they don't like him still. Right, which is strange. Yeah, I know. It's weird. It's weird. So he's been waiting, but here is that the defense. I heard a lot of the guys were saying that you can see they're intimidated going to Michigan. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Tony, I'm gonna tell you this.
You know who they keep talking about missing?
Oh.
Here, put his name on your fantasy list, Keaton Mitchell.
Hey, Tony. Hey, look, I want y'all to know I was just playing with Tony. I actually like ECU. I had some family members that go to school there.
Yeah.
And ECU was a part of one of the most dynamic games I ever saw in my life. They was playing NC State. Y'all had Jeff Blake at quarterback. And you remember that game with the Peach Bowl. You remember NC State was up by like fucking 30 at the half or something.
Comeback. Yeah.
And ECU came all the way back on them in the Peach Bowl. It was like one of the biggest comebacks ever, man. That game was nuts.
Now, we got a cool history for football, but I think Michigan is a tall task, honestly, right now. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Michigan has been good.
They're going to keep it about 30.
You know, the line's 36, dude.
Tony.
My alumni.
Bet the under, baby.
Say that again. Hold on. Say that, Pantherology.
I said my alumni is playing UCLA tomorrow night.
Okay. What's your alum?
Coastal Carolina.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Right.
That's another good school, bro.
Didn't one of Ricky Prohl's son play for ECU?
Yeah, not Blake.
Very briefly.
Austin.
I don't know his name, honestly.
One of them.
That shit was cool though, bro. I loved Ricky Prohl. That dude was good.
Yo, Kevin thinks he's cute. Like I can't just drop his ass the fuck out of my phone, man.
Damn.
Oh, you look so
He
nice
got
in
his
the
ass outta
background,
here.
don't you, boy? Yeah.
Hey, Cody, did y'all already talk about Matt corny ass Rhule and
him
throwing
back
his
in
players under the bus?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we already did that. Sean. You missed it, bro.
Hey, no, give me your insight, man. Did you watch that matchup? And was
I
that
saw.
like-
You know, I was gonna watch.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought it was about to. I thought it was gonna win for a second. And I was like, "Damn, Minnesota, y'all about to give it up."
No, you know they had to choke that away. That's a Matt Rhule team, bro.
That was a dope ass catch, though,
Did you
bro.
see the quote before they played? I wanted to talk about this on Tuesday, but the Tuesday show got out of control with this fucking Derek Brown discussion. But Matt Rhule, let me give it. I'll pull it up because I used to. I can read it. His quote.
He's such a hoe, man.
He is so dumb. This guy. He's just full of. He's just hot air, dude. He's complete hot air. He said this. Matt Rhule. He was asked about the Minnesota defense. He said, a lot of times you face a team like this and you really don't understand their defense. They do such a great job. They play team defense. Everything is funneled to certain players. Everything is put together. He just said, I don't know. I can't be. Fuck it. What am I supposed to ask Phil?
So basically, he can't read a defense, is what he's saying.
How can I make football sound as complicated as possible?
Right.
The thing is, you're better off going outside and farting in the wind and listening to Matt Rhule. Like, seriously.
Man.
This man threw a college player under the bus.
Wow.
Well, that dude threw 3 picks, dude. Did he say something about a quarterback?
No, he said something about the kid fumbling in practice, and he's like, we were already worried about him, and so when he did it in the game, like, why would you bring that shit up?
Jesus, man.
Didn't he point to a player on a defense when they was Minnesota was kicking? Like he pointed to somebody, like go make a play. Did he not do that?
Did y'all want to hear his a part of his press conference?
Did you see? I haven't seen anything about the game. I'd like to see it.
Comedy.
Dude, everything about this shit is comedic. Look at the table. He gave him a folding chair and a folding table. Like they're gonna put out like some hot dogs and some shit right now.
$10 table.
Like a hot dog eating competition.
Exactly what it is, Cody.
And he'd win that. He would win that too.
That's one of the cheap ones. It's heavy as fuck, probably.
Let's see how long we can suffer through this clip.
Oh, God.
I don't know if I can.
A lot of credit to them. Made 2 huge plays down the stretch. And I just told our team, and I want to make sure I say this, like there's no such thing as close losses. I already know a lot of people say, oh, just another close loss. As I said to our guys, like we can be a really, really good football team. To think that we were
He said that all in Carolina.
We turned the ball over 4 times.
Sounds is that same.
We turned the ball going over in the half in the end zone. I think that we turned it over twice in the last 2 minutes of the game. And they still
He is right about this.
But dude, he basically said there's no such thing as a close game.
And then he
went on
says
to detail
why this was a good loss. Yeah, I know.
Dude,
but he is right, man. You turn the ball over
He's
4
not
times. That guy was
lying.
throwing pick. He was pick city, dude. That quarterback.
But Tony,
Thank God he was.
But Tony, as a head coach, he has to go up there and say, "I got to be a better coach," and he never does that. He never says, "I got to be a better coach." It's always somebody else's fault.
Yeah, and he never takes the blame, Twan. He never
takes the blame for anything.
You would think after the 3rd pick, he would have put somebody else in at least.
Well, that guy is a talent, man. That guy, if you see him, he looks crazy.
So you should have taken him out.
Nah, well, I mean, look, it's college, you know. I don't know. I think this is that
in the first game.
What is it?
I want to play a clip. It's a short Family Guy clip, but I'm afraid that we're gonna get.
Yeah, my man said this. It's just
do it, Cody.
We're gonna get demonetized, bro.
Somebody in the chat, $3 love bomb gets the clip. The thing that about Matt Rhule is when you say he never takes the credit. Do you remember that clip when he was at the Senior Bowl? It's the funniest shit ever when he goes, The harder you get coached, the harder we get.
The harder we coach. Yeah. Somebody to play that, bro. Play that again, bro.
That shit is so great. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? And then there's another one that is like, I thought you couldn't beat that shit. And then there was the one where he goes and talks. He's the Panthers coach, and Florida guested him to come hang out during the Florida Hurricanes or Miami Hurricanes. That's who it was. Or no, it was Florida Gators, baby. So he goes to Florida Gators, their training camp and stuff. And he's like, I'm the cool professional coach. And they have him speak. And these guys are all up one knee. He's like, and if you take great notes, and note taking is great, then we can be great. And notes and great and note. I mean, it was just like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
like, what do we?
Like, I definitely don't want them coaching me.
What do I say? Notes on notes.
Yeah.
These kids were looking at him like, what the fuck?
I definitely don't want you coaching me, bro.
And you got a college degree?
Oh, here, let me see if I can find the Matt.
Stay the hell away from him, bro.
Harder.
Yeah, look, man, I'm just gonna risk it. This is too hilarious for me to not play.
Matt Rhule played linebacker. Can you believe that shit?
Hey, shout out to my man.
He hit his head too much.
Shout out to my man Ace Miggy on X. Bro, I thought this was hilarious, man.
Oh, I saw.
Oh no.
Hey, nice spot, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's great, especially because of that thing over there. You know what's in there? Corn. Really? Wow, I could go for some corn.
Oh damn.
Raj, I don't care.
Stupid.
Dude, I love that.
This one, I like this.
Oh gosh.
I like this. This is the one that, man, I could watch this over.
You
and
can't make that
over.
shit up.
You guys can't hear this.
Coach Matt Rhule.
Like some guys,
Senior Bowl, Tony.
Can you hear that?
that's not coachable, and I do not want to coach that guy. Like if you're not out here and every play you don't want to be coached, you're bullshit. Like if every play you're not trying to get better. Okay, saying yes sir does not mean you're coachable. Looking someone in the eye, having like football conversations means you're coachable. If every play you're perfect, then we don't need to be at this game.
Them Bama boys not trying to hear that shit.
I hope you respect the fact that the coaching staff is trying to coach you on every play. A lot of coaching staffs might have come out here and been like, man, let's just evaluate these players. We're trying to coach you. So get all that out of your system. I know your college coach was nice to you or something. Like, I don't care. Like let's freaking work at each other. The harder you get coached, the more we have to then coach.
Here, listen to this. Listen to
His hand was like a blender, bro.
Watch this shit.
Or something. Like I don't care. Like let's freaking work at each other. The harder you get coached, the more we have to then coach.
Well, fucking, let's make you coach then. Like what a douchebag. Like that's what it really comes down to. Is Matt Rhule is just a tool.
Yeah, he's a tool.
Right, he's just a tool, dude. Like
he's such an idiot.
Because he comes out there and he's like, I don't care what your college coach says. And they're all going, you motherfucker, you haven't even coached in the NFL yet.
Yeah. And all you are is
a coach of this. Like he was did he do the Senior Bowl the year after his first year?
Was that 2020?
Yeah, it was the year. It was the first year after.
Like, oh, wait a second. You dipped your toe in the NFL and you are a college coach. The harder you get college coached, the harder we get to college coach you.
Yeah, he was yelling at those kids after 5 wins.
He
that man's a joke, man.
He literally mid-sentence forgot what he was saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Cody, how you like that?
How you like that? And get that link.
Matt Rhule has a red nose.
Should say Clemson.
Can't even see it though.
Hey, Tony, can you imagine if one of those kids would have said, how many games did you win last year?
I know. So do we have to listen for 5 minutes or here's the other one. This is the one I thought you couldn't top that, right? I didn't think you could top that. This one I think is
worse.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Here, let me see. All right.
Oh,
so he's addressing this is after year 2, right? Oh, wait, no sound. Hold on.
Yeah, that was long.
Yeah.
Let's first say this. What you guys just did was really, really hard. That's a hard practice. Okay, that was long. You guys competed.
That was long.
And you guys finished with energy. That's hard to do. That's like the building block of having a good team. This is a locked-in team, and I kind of like this team right here. But the thing that you guys is everybody thinks talent wins championships. And yeah, we all know you need talent, right? We all get it. Well, guys, you, me, every coach, every trainer, we're all trying to do two things in our lives. We're trying to be successful personally, and we're trying to win a championship as a team. Most teams lose because they don't know why they lost.
What?
See, I want to coach players, guys, that love football and love practice and pay attention the whole time to practice.
What the fuck did he just...
I want to coach players that love to run the football.
Can't make that shit up.
I want to coach players that love to take notes. And that's how you become different. That's how you become great. That's how you win.
He said that's how you become different. Look.
I want to coach players that love to take notes. That's how you become different. That's how you become great.
That's how you become different. He said most teams don't lose because they don't know why they lost.
Hey, look at that coach in the background with his arms crossed. Like he is talking a bunch of bullshit.
That shit is awesome, dude.
What
like,
a bunch of word vomit, right?
Yes,
like
it's
no
just...
rhyme or reason.
You know what? It's a testament of this. Here's a testament of this: is that if you act and speak with authority, people will believe you.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
like he just conned everybody.
He's just an inspirational speaker, bro.
You're like, oh my god, this guy, he can coach. I mean, he wants to coach and coach me and coach harder.
I mean, hell, that's what I do. I just say shit with confidence, and people are like, "Yeah, good." Yeah,
when he first came to us, I called him Reverend Rule.
I tell you, I'm coaching you. It means I'm coaching you.
Kev in the chat says QB out with a sprained wrist from note taking.
Can you imagine being a Nebraska fan and a Panther fan?
Oh, dude, that was
man.
There's a reporter that happened to. I forgot who it was.
My dad's a Nebraska
Matt
fan.
Rhule is he's listed as questionable because he's got a sprained wrist from being a jerk off.
Yeah.
From jerking off.
He got sprained lips.
Yeah, sprained Panthers money.
Got sprained lips. God, man. All right. But is that I feel bad I do believe that Matt Rhule did something to the fan base. And it's for the good. You know what?
They woke us up.
He had us not trusting each other worth of shit.
Well, you know what we were always known for being too nice.
I don't know about that.
Like the fan base to our team, to the it's like, oh, they tried hard. Oh, like now we're like, fuck these motherfuckers. Cut Ian Thomas. Cut him.
You're definitely right about that.
Good, bro. I low key want to be like a fan base that gets remembered for some, bro. Like we got to put some kind of impact on the game. Like people remember Seattle, the 12. They remember the Kansas City crowd. Like people always say, up there a mile high for the Broncos, and that crowd ain't no joke. Like they always say shit like that. The Eagles, Cowboys fans. Bro, we
for being rednecks.
We've just been known for having just as many fans as the other team in our own building. Like
that's a lot of stadiums, though, JJ.
Hold on a second.
They got some nice
so you're trying to tell me you want to be remembered for having a great section in Walmart, Dallas, and for eating horse shit.
It's a great section. It's a great section, Tony.
It's a great section. That's just cheap.
It's a great section.
What stadium is that?
Oh, that's the real Death Valley is where that is.
Nah. You better calm down, Cody. Nah. Don't talk shit about LSU. The real Tigers. The real Tigers.
How many people does that stadium hold?
Nah, you lying, Cody. You better wake up and apologize.
Nah,
150. Only 150 people.
No, the stadium holds around 88,000.
88. Michigan, where the EC Pirates have to play, they have 112,000. They hold 100 and they dug a hole in the middle of the earth and said, "Let's add more motherfuckers."
But this board, this video board, this is one of the biggest in the country now. It's brand.
That new
the biggest stadium is Ohio State, bro.
We're the second. Michigan's the biggest.
Michigan's got.
Okay, well then they must have added because Ohio State used to be the biggest.
I wonder why them boys are losing money.
That's 100,000. That's 100,000 people every game, bro.
Hey man, I just figured.
Hey Cody,
Kevin's putting up his shit. Pickle's putting up his shit. I'm about to rock out with my Tigers out, baby.
You need to put the
fake
Doe Campbell up there.
The fake Tigers.
Nah, ain't no fake about that.
Michigan,
They ain't better than LSU, baby.
Here are the numbers,
Are you an
guys.
LSU fan?
Here are the
Oh
numbers.
yeah, I'm an LSU fan all the way.
Here are
We're
the
about,
numbers.
we're about to beat y'all ass Sunday night, man.
Oh, you see, Twan, Twan, we friends, bro.
Again.
You better calm down, Twan.
Twan, you know you're losing by
Again.
Ohio ain't even number 2, JJ.
What?
Texas.
The
All
second
right,
biggest?
so it goes Michigan 107,601. Then
Penn
it
State.
goes Penn State 106,000.
Yes,
Oh, that's right.
Amazing.
The whiteout.
Texas is up there too.
Then
Insane. Best
Ohio
environment in college
is
football.
104. I mean, you're not far behind.
Tony,
you know
what
what I'm saying?
the fuck?
Where's
the
Alabama?
Ohio
Are you talking about
State,
saying
bro.
capacity, Tony?
Yeah, capacity.
Say it correct.
Okay.
Hey, Cody, Alabama. I don't even think they top 20. That's some outside
LSU's
shit.
top 5 though, right?
No.
No, LSU ain't got no
I'll
big
show you
stadium.
I'll show you right here. Here it is.
They're
Here is
not
the-
top 10.
Now,
They
here
might
it
not
is.
have the
Here's
biggest,
the
but
top
they
10.
definitely are
Well,
the
I'll
last.
give
They
you
gotta
the
be top
50.
10.
Michigan.
No, LSU.
What's top 10? Just go through
Michigan,
top 10.
Penn, yeah, it goes Michigan, Penn State, then Ohio State, then Texas A&M,
Texas.
Yeah.
then Tennessee.
From Manziel.
I didn't know Tennessee was up there.
Tony.
Wait, yeah,
Alabama.
Alabama's number 6. How
Then-
did
You know how much money
LSU.
Texas A&M made off of Johnny Manziel though? Shit ton.
LSU is 7.
that Texas and Alabama
Okay.
game, week 2 is going to be a good game.
Tennessee is 8.
Texas is 8.
Texas is 8.
Yeah, the Coliseum, which
USC.
is where the Rams play, which is 93. Isn't that where the Rams
The Rose Bowl.
Oh,
That's the
yeah,
Rose
That's
Bowl.
where they
USC.
played for a
Stadium.
while.
play? No, they have
They
a
got
new,
that new stadium.
That's where they
Yeah,
played before the stadium
That's where
was
they
built.
used to play.
is then Georgia at 90. Now I've been to
Georgia just rebuilt shit. They just rebuilt.
well, it's been big between
It's
the hedges
bigger now.
for a minute. Nebraska 92,000.
All the people got to watch them get their ass killed every week.
They're all gonna
Damn,
pull
Twan.
It might be.
92,000
Hey,
people
look,
are
it
gonna
might be
hate.
top 10, but they ain't gonna fill it up. It's gonna be mad empty seats.
They finna be booing at the end of the game.
Who has been to a SEC game here?
I haven't yet.
I've only been to one. I've been to 2 or 3. I've been to Georgia games. And look, ECU is again, my alma mater. We have a rich football history for a middle tier school, right? And we're known for turnout. We're known for tailgates,
And your Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. The Halloween, you know about the Halloween. So we seat 44,000 people, right? And we've packed it out before and stuff. I was like, as a little kid, I was 19, 20 years old. I was like, man, fuck you. ECU got great football, great culture. And then I went to a Georgia game and I was like, holy
it's totally
fuck,
different.
dude.
Yeah.
Like this
Yep.
shit is insane. When you put 90,000 people together and they all are chanting the same shit, they're all
Yep.
it's fucking
There's
a different. It's a
there's only
different beast.
3. There's only 3 teams or 3 stadiums I haven't been to in the SEC, and that's Bama, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M.
I hear Tennessee's wild.
Tennessee is wild. Athens, I think, is the best time.
I remember going to an SEC stadium and being surprised. Like it's
South
totally
Carolina's
different from my
always-
Tony, I have a question. Would you say that Georgia, that the atmosphere was a lot crazier than like a full Bank of America? Like you were at the NFC Championship game.
Well, no, because the NFC Championship game was the best sporting experience I've ever been to. So that's an anomaly for Bank of America. I would say that Georgia is more. It's loud. It's more overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But the only thing is, and my whole family is Georgia. My wife's family is all Georgia alum. It's so white. It is so fucking.
At least I don't have to
Tony, bro. Midwest is full of white people.
It's
man.
I know, and it's
Athens,
not
bro.
just white people. It's 20-year-old jerk off white dudes.
It's Athens. It's Athens, bro.
I almost got
that whole city.
I was 30 years old. I was in downtown Athens partying. Like, right. Me and my wife and I were out there. We were just hanging out. Like, we were down there to visit her grandfather. And I'm a fucking dickhead Italian too, I guess. But like this fucking little punk ass bitch 20-year-old kid just kept fucking bumping into me. And I was like, I'm not gonna fucking move, Miranda. The next time this motherfucker bumps into me, he's gonna get an old man whoop. And this little kid tried to talk shit to me. And like, I mean, he was a child. And that's how I probably would have been at that age too. And I said, motherfucker, let's do it. Let's go. And that motherfucker went whiter than he already was. He was so white. His friends, he was trying to talk shit. I was like, well, fucking let's do this right now. Let's go. I'm not going to just, but it's just so it's fun. But Athens is a great party town because it's much like ECU in a way that it's like
the whole city, bro.
Yeah,
Athens
it's right in the middle.
Town.
Yeah, you can walk. Yeah, it's really great. My other buddy told me, and I didn't know this, that there's a strip club in the middle of town.
Yep.
It's like, what the fuck? Why don't we do that?
Let's do it. He says mountain people white.
That shit. Are you serious?
I mean, even though that none of you probably, I don't know if any of you are Penn State fans, but I will tell you this: my dad was a Penn State alum, and he took me to a whiteout, and I'll tell you this: that was probably the most.
That is one of my
I've
dreams.
ever had.
The whiteout game.
LeVar Arrington talks crazy about that shit.
Yeah. So you guys know where I live, right? I live in fucking Raleigh. So I'm surrounded by fucking colleges, bro. NC State.
State Fair's nice.
University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill is Chapel Hill is UNC. Then we got Duke is right here. And then it's like all these other, it's a ton of colleges over here. A lot of black colleges. It's just like, man, look, we get to pick like what we want to go see. It's like even if like, for me, I'm a Florida State fan, but I always get to see my team. I don't have to go to Tallahassee to see a game because they're gonna always be at one of these schools around me. And I'm like I can get to any of these schools in 10 minutes. Or I can just go to Wake Forest, which is only about 30 minutes away.
Yeah, and they're pretty cool.
I couldn't pick my alma mater.
That was probably my second favorite sporting event when I went to a UNC Duke basketball game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got it. You got into one of those games.
I'm a Tar Heel fan all the way. Basketball. Let's go.
Pantherology. Do you know how hard it is to get that ticket?
I'm not a Tar Heel fan at all, and I went.
Fuck the Tar Heel.
Who do you like then? You're not a Tar Heel fan. Who do you like?
Game are you going
Close
to?
your ears, Jake.
I'm a Gamecock fan.
Shit. You ain't worth a damn then.
UNC is
Go
the
Duke,
best
man.
place.
Go Duke all day.
The best place to go if you're the opposing team.
Yeah.
If you're a fan and you go to UNC, you're like, these bitches barely care about their football team.
Yeah.
They're all with their little sweaters tied up and eating wine and shit. And you roll up in there and you're like, fuck this, let's keg stand this bitch. And fuck these motherfuckers.
Damn, Tony, you speaking from experience, bro.
Hey, Tony, them Tar Heel bitches cannot take it when they lose anything. No. They are so ass hurt when they lose, bro. Anything. They can't take loss.
Hey, I'm just saying, South Carolina, they better not be talking no shit if they lose to UNC in the bank.
Don't start that shit, Cody.
Oh, that's already gonna happen. Wait a minute, who is UNC's quarterback? Go ahead, tell me his name. What's his name?
Overrated bitch.
Say his name one more time.
Overrated bitch.
Hey, Tony,
overrated my ass.
Tony, y'all play any ACC teams this year?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
I can see if I'm just asking you so I could probably meet up with you. You know what I'm saying? Go come check a game out with you or something like that.
Yo, Tony, let me ask you this. Wait, let me ask you this. Now that Cal, Stanford, and SMU are going to.
I'm way ahead of you, Cody. We getting the fuck out of here. We are out.
We are.
I don't want this.
SEC.
I want the SEC.
Our colleges are SEC bound. Look. This is Clemson and FSU on the phone.
Hey, we the only two teams they want. We're the only two teams they even want.
Yo, I think Clemson has to pay like $500,000 or $500 million just to get out the contract.
Really?
It doesn't matter. We're gonna make even more.
That's the largest.
Don't make more than that. Don't make more than that.
Guys, listen.
No, what they're doing right now. No, what they're doing right now. No, what they're doing right now is all of the lawyers for FSU and Clemson. They're going through every bit of fine text to figure out how they get out of that.
We're getting the fuck up out of here, bro.
That looks like a dude from American Pie. That dude's dad.
I think it is.
Hey, Cody. It is. Them SEC teams don't want us coming because they know the recruitment is over.
Well, y'all not on shit.
I know, and bro, listen, nobody, dude. Clemson recruits the state of Georgia better than almost any other fucking football team.
Clemson gonna be big boy up in there.
Better than Georgia itself.
Yes, thanks you, JJ. I'm telling you, we're about
Clemson
to
for real gonna be good still.
Clemson is the big boy where they at. They go to the SSC and they're gonna be the little boy.
Hey man, JJ.
Do y'all think Georgia? Wait a minute. Do y'all think Georgia repeats again?
FSU ain't even
100%.
Who said 100%? Who was that?
Hold on. What did you say, Pickle? What the fuck
I can't hear.
Did you just say?
I said 100% Georgia.
You heard me.
repeats.
I just done it.
Yeah, y'all say Georgia repeats again?
Oh yeah.
Hell no.
Hell no.
I say no. Yeah, I say no too.
That quarterback is not good enough to take them nowhere.
Yeah, they not beating us again, man. We got.
They lost so many players in the draft. It's not even funny.
Can I ask?
I don't even. Nope.
I want to ask a nostalgia question for everybody. Since you brought up the NFC Championship, can we volunteer our best college sporting event ever?
That we've been to.
Yeah.
I've never been to.
Ask that question again.
That is a tough call for me.
So your best experience. And you could give me a pro and a college. Like I got mine clear in my head, right? Mine is the NFC Championship where the Panthers smoked the fucking Cardinals, and then
that was a great game.
The other was in 1999. The ECU Pirates. We had Hurricane Floyd. The ECU we got flooded here. There was a flood of the century. We had to play Miami. Miami was number 2 in the country, and so we had to play at a neutral, we played at NC State Stadium.
Right.
And they came out and
the old stadium.
Yeah, they were putting it on us in the beginning, and the second half, the ECU Pirates come back and beat the number 2 team in the country. ECU Pirate fans then went and tore down the goalposts.
I remember that.
They're never allowed back. Like NC State won't allow us back at their stadium.
I remember that.
Should definitely happen.
Those were the two. And then when we drove back, so this is the thing you don't fuck with ECU. This is like we didn't know how to handle this as fans. At NC State, you can leave at halftime and come back in. Yeah. So like you can go and recharge at the tailgate during halftime. I was doing a keg stand at halftime. People were getting rowdy, dude. And then we had to drive all the way back from Raleigh, and we drove, and there was a caravan of fans that were just on cloud 9. We were driving like 70 through Wilson before the bypass. Like, fucking those are
hey Tony, don't you hate that fucking NC State chant that move them chains? I'm like, get the fuck out of my face with that shit, bro.
Stupid little whores.
They're the most annoying fucking fans in the world.
So those are my two. What are other great sporting events you guys have attended?
I went to Monday Night Football with Colts and Panthers.
You went where?
Colts and Panthers Monday Night Football.
2015?
Yep.
The comeback?
Oh yeah, I was there.
Yeah, and that's a good one.
I got one. It was a preseason game though. I went and saw
what?
Listen. I saw Vince Carter in his prime when he was playing with Toronto against Allen Iverson when he was with the 76ers at the Dean Smith Center. Okay. You remember the one where they threw him the alley-oop and like he caught it and went between his legs and dunked the shit?
No, I don't remember that because Vince Carter is still dunking. He's probably just dunked on somebody yesterday.
I was right under the damn goal. I mean, we had like really, really close tickets, man. I mean, that was a preseason game, but that game was fire, bro.
I was my worst game was my first ever game going to pros. It was 2008. It was versus the Cardinals, and Jake Dillon threw the fucking
Jesus.
Well, was that the playoff game?
Yeah, I was there. That was my first ever game.
That was your first ever game. I'm sorry.
I still want to see a game in Pickle Stadium, though. I want to hear those motherfuckers sing Rocky Top. I got to be there to witness that one day.
Mine was last year against the Broncos.
We were singing with versus
That's
South
a great
Carolina.
game.
Clay, what's your pick?
I was there in 2010 at South Carolina when they beat Alabama.
Oh wow!
Nice.
Yeah, when we beat
Take
Alabama,
that, JJ.
Steven Garcia went off.
He's an Ohio State fan.
Yeah, he's an Ohio State fan.
No, but I'm saying he give White Chocolate Espresso so much shit.
JJ's got multiple teams that I don't know.
I would say that one, and then the one actually was last year when Coastal was down against I think it was Georgia Southern or something like that, and it came down to we ran the ball. And our running back ran through the line and jumped over this dude like 2 feet in the air, like Air Jordan, over this dude and scored the winning touchdown.
Mike Davis, your boy from the Gamecocks, he had a 12-minute drive against the ECU Pirates one year for a win.
Damn.
12 minutes by himself. They only gave him the ball. They gave the ball.
Minutes.
They didn't do anything but hand it to Mike Davis. Yeah, 12 minutes.
How many Mike?
Damn, a whole quarter.
Do you know how many Mike Davises have came out of the University of South Carolina? It's like 6.
Yeah.
Damn.
Who's up next?
Mine's very simple, man. I haven't been to too many games. This Monday Night Football game this season will be my third ever football game.
I'll be there.
My first one, and we were there, Tony, man. The Panthers against the Jacksonville Jaguars. When Christian McCaffrey did that somersault over the defender, landed on his back in the end zone. Yeah,
Brian Burns had a touchdown.
Can I go next?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Oh, so the best game I ever been to is last year against the Broncos when Brian Burns showed the fuck out against Russell Wilson. Like, he was all over him last year. All over him. The best game I ever seen on TV, though, is Cam Newton, the color rush against Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was
Thomas Davis, when he tackled Tony Romo, bro, that was insane.
Bro,
and then Luke Kuechly interception to the fucking end zone, bro. That was the best game I've ever seen.
Bro, I was so sick that day, bro. I was throwing up all day, but that game made me feel better. I was so incredibly sick.
The uniforms, bro. That all blue. I love that shit, man.
I remember that day.
God.
I remember being like just that typical, like you ate so much at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh,
the whole family was around.
That seconds, man.
All I want to do is go to sleep, and then you're like, oh, the Panthers are playing, and then you're like,
they get a
the only time we're on Thanksgiving. The only time we're on Thanksgiving.
On Thanksgiving.
Yep.
All right, who's next?
Let me get that.
All right, JJ.
I bet.
High school game.
Not this past season, but the year before that. I didn't even hear what he said. But
my middle school
not
beat the fucking. So we're just.
But
JJ's great.
I went to the week 2 Ohio State versus Oregon game, and I thought it was honestly cool because I got to see Greg Oden. I don't know if y'all know him.
Yeah, the fucking guy that was 37 when he got drafted.
Yeah. He was actually just walking around Columbia.
Yeah, I know the name.
So, I mean, like, I still thought it was cool to see a former NBA player, but I also got
that was Durant's draft.
Huh?
What you drinking, Tony?
I also got a
shitty Miller Lite.
I got a picture with Brutus, which I tried to so many times, and I couldn't at any of the basketball games I went to.
Who, Brutus?
Yeah, our mascot, the big old Buckeye. Hell yeah, bro! I was so excited about that shit.
JJ, have you ever watched?
Game though, and the stadium. I mean, like we saw, it was the 3rd biggest stadium.
Yeah, it's
we
insane.
were all yelling at the end, and it was easily the most electrifying moment I've ever been a part of.
Are you from Ohio? Do you live in Ohio, JJ?
Well, I was born in South Carolina, but
I grew up a little bit around Louisville, but for the most part, it was in Columbus. So that's really where I'm from.
So you're actually from South Carolina, and you give white chocolate espresso so much shit.
Well, he's a Panthers fan.
Bro,
Tell him, JJ. You're still a for real fan, bro. Tell him.
He's right. South Carolina is terrible.
JJ, I don't know if you...
Zero championships. Zero championships.
South Carolina Rose are terrible. I know that.
Zero championships.
You cheered for my team in the playoffs more than your own. Get over it.
2-0.
You cheer for my team when we play Clemson in the playoffs, bro. Never you. Never your team.
Let me tell you this, JJ. Let me tell you this. I don't know if you've seen it, but there is a documentary that HBO, I think HBO did it a while, or it might be a 30 for 30, where it is Ohio and Michigan rivalry.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
And this shit is fucking insanity, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Number one rivalry in college football.
There is one, and look, we are like Twan said, we're from Raleigh, like we're from North. We're this is basketball country, or it was for a long time. And
Tar Heels, baby.
Yeah, that rivalry is like in the top 5. It's like, but this documentary, dude, this one guy, his kid, they were from Ohio. And his kid declared for Michigan, and he fucking excommunicated him from the family.
Are you serious? What the fuck?
His dad
that shit happens now, bro.
Shit from me. You ain't getting.
That shit happens now. That's not. That shit happens now.
Bro, I was like, God damn.
Seriously.
Yeah,
that shit happens now.
I think
also when I learned that a Buckeye is a poisonous fucking fruit.
I was at a water park in Columbus. And this guy had a tattoo of Ohio State right next to Michigan, but he didn't have anything crossed on Michigan. Bro, I kid you not. He got bitch slapped so hard by someone. And like,
why'd you slap him, JJ?
Yeah, huh? It was.
I said, why'd you slap him?
Yeah, because JJ said
that shit wouldn't happen to me though.
You remember that dude who poisoned the Auburn tree?
Yeah, that's the Alabama Auburn shit.
Talk about that.
What's up, bro?
The Alabama Auburn shit is crazy too, bro.
He called in the show saying, "Yeah, I poisoned that fucking tree." What?
Yeah, he lied like hell in the beginning though.
My favorite 30.
Why would I do that?
The Miami Hurricanes one.
One chocolate espresso. He's like, so yeah, I poisoned the tree. He started off saying he ain't do it though.
Hey, real quick, hold on.
2003.
Yeah, go ahead.
In 2003, the Cowboys at the Panthers for the NFC wildcard game.
Oh, you were there?
That was like 99.
Nice.
Fucking Quincy Carter.
Yeah, I saw him get humiliated.
I remember Quincy Carter.
Hey man, let me welcome TJ and my man D's back into the
Jeez.
Actually, the date was January the 3rd, 2004.
Hey Cody, I'm about to cut out though, bro.
All right, well, Tony, give me your final words for the show, then, brother.
Hey man, hey, shout out. I'm just gonna say shout out to C3 tonight and all you guests, all y'all's members, man. C3 Army is a real thing, man. I always love it over here. But Tony, get with me, man, and let me know like if y'all play any ACC games this year.
Yeah, well, man, look, we're right down the road. We just got to hook up.
Yeah, man. I told you my mom lives in Greenville. My mom lives in Greenville, so
you come to me, man.
Yeah, I can come to motherfucker. Hey, look, check this out, check this out too, Tony. My mom get free tickets to ECU in case like you want to go to a game or something too.
Well, I mean, I carry you. Yeah, man.
All right, guys.
Visit your mother.
Hey, Twan.
Yeah, man. Huh?
Tomorrow, something's dropping tomorrow. Get ready.
Yeah, you got any free time tomorrow around 4:30?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's dropping, man? I feel like it's set up.
Hey, I'm gonna hit you up. Watch your text messages.
Okay, hit me up, man. All right, guys. Love y'all, man.
Love, Big Twan.
Damn it! I wanted to say something to Tony.
Oh, well,
Hey,
he'll be back in a minute.
Can I get in on this best game thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, if I'm being honest, I ain't never been to a game pro. I've only been to like 2 pro sports games. I've gone to 2 Twins games, and that's baseball. But
some memorable games that I've watched on TV though for sure is Clemson beating Alabama in 2018. 100%. Fuck Alabama.
Hell yeah.
So Alabama's my most hated team. I even hate them more than the Gamecocks. So, but yeah, that, and then I know JJ is not going to like this, but that I think it was like 2015 when Penn State had their whiteout and they beat Ohio State by blocking
Bro, I remember I was sitting on the couch biting the shit out of my nails watching that.
Yeah. That game was awesome. When they blocked the field goal kick, that was insane. I love those whiteout games. That's a dream of mine to go to one of those whiteout games. That would be awesome. Like being in that environment.
Oh. I got another game.
Cody, I'm gonna hop off, brother.
All right, man. Hey, give me your final words for the show then, bro.
No, thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. I'm gonna hop off. But yeah, again, I'll definitely be back. I appreciate everyone coming and showing the support here at C3 and everybody that comes and shows support over on my channel. I appreciate everybody that does that and continue to pound that like button like it owes you money. Subscribe to this channel and
shout out your content, Clay. Tell them where they can find all your stuff.
Yeah, so you can find me on YouTube, Pantherology, TikTok. You can find me at on there at Robstar92 _ Twitter, Instagram. I'm very active on all those platforms, so you can check me out over there. So, anyways, I appreciate y'all having me. I appreciate coming on. I'll definitely come back for sure.
Keep
out, man. Check his lunchtime streams out.
Yeah, man. Clay is
shout out. If you want to join the stream, there's a link above that says link to join.
Well, we're probably gonna end up shutting it down.
I got another game.
I could throw my game on there real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, TJ.
Yeah, so 2015 I moved from Charlotte to Dallas, and I'll tell you one thing. I made a lot of money off of Cowboys fans because no matter Cowboys fans, I mean, they're nice people, but they're delusional. They'll bet on anything. You can make good money off a Cowboys fan if you know one.
And they overbet too. They
don't care.
$100, motherfucker. You're like,
it's all ego. The ego bet. Yeah. So one of my buddies from back home is a huge Cowboys fan. I mean, that's his identity. Big cow. I mean, he loves Cowboys. So I bought tickets, and he flew himself out there, and we went to the game on Thanksgiving Day, 2015. So let me tell you, that was the best game of my life. It was.
Yeah. I bet it was.
Hands down.
That first pick six by Luke, I was like, okay.
Oh, amazing.
He said, what the fuck just happened?
That was pretty early too, right?
Because it's gonna keep.
It was before halftime, right?
Yeah.
It was like first quarter, dude.
Because the defense destroyed in the first half, and like Cam didn't even do much until the second half, and then it was just
who was eating chicken legs? I mean, not chicken legs, turkey legs.
Yeah.
Who was eating turkey legs in the game? It was Cam. It was Kurt Coleman, Luke Kuechly, and who else? Who was eating turkey legs in the game?
At the
end. At the very end. Yeah.
Great question. Who would have been?
It was Thomas Davis, right?
I don't know.
It might have been. I know it was Kurt Coleman, Luke Kuechly, Cam Newton. I don't know who the fourth guy was. There's one other. It might have been Thomas Davis.
Pick six too, right?
Yeah.
I think he might have had two almost. He had two picks.
Luke had two of them, I think.
Luke had the pick to end the first half, the pick six, and then I think the very first play of the second, he picked the ball.
That was an amazing game, bro. That was such an amazing game.
I looked at him. I said, "Get used to it." And then, the third quarter came around, and Charles Johnson broke freaking Tony Romo's leg. He hobbled off the field. My dude was so pissed. He's like,
"Well, Thomas Davis hurt.
I'm out." He took off.
Thomas Davis,
stadium, dude.
Thomas Davis hurt Tony Romo, and that put him out the game. And then I don't even know who their backup was at that time, but I don't wish any injury on anybody, but dude, that was an amazing hit.
When one game I went to, I was like 10 or 11. I went to a South Carolina Gamecock game, and I was going there with my dad and my mom. And the greatest probably moment in my life happened some drunk college chick show me your tits.
Oh, wait a minute.
Feel them tits.
Man, I have a story.
She didn't show me, but I saw.
Listen, me, my dad, and my uncle. Me and my dad and my uncle, we went to the Coca-Cola 600. It was like right after I moved to Charlotte. I'm in the lower bowl or whatever. My dad tells me to turn around, and there's a girl. She's like by the railing, and she's wearing a skirt, and it's a windy night. And bro, let me tell you, when I tell you this girl had no drawers on, and she was giving everyone a show, man. Bro, let me tell you, I'll never forget that as long as I live. I'll never forget that.
Embedded.
Wait, say it again, Cody. What happened?
I didn't give a damn about no race, bro.
Oh, you know what? I have a funny story about that at a Panthers game. Is 2 people got kicked out of a Panthers game and for fucking in the stall. In the bathroom.
That was at the Eagles game, right? Was that the Eagles game?
Who knows? I can't even remember. It's been a while, but like.
Hey, you ain't talking about the Carolina Panthers cheerleaders now, are you, Tony?
No. You got to be careful now with them cheerleaders. You might get more.
Tony, don't start that shit.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Remember, I was at the Eagles game when Kyle Allen started. I know I was seeing on TikTok these people got kicked out.
Speaking of Panthers cheerleaders, though, there's a great story. Some of the young bucks won't know this one. This is
Tell Tony. Tell him.
It might have been 2013. It's early. It's 2013, 2014, somewhere in there.
I think it was earlier than that.
It wasn't. It was old, a long time ago, and was it in Atlanta? They were on the road somewhere, and these 2 Panther cheerleaders were in the bathroom.
What was going on, Tony? What was going on?
I think there was 2 things going on. Is that what I read or heard was they were blowing lines of coke and doing each other and fucking, and somebody kept banging on the door.
So, Tony, what you're saying is we had the best cheerleaders at that time?
Oh yeah, that's when they called them the top cats. It's like that's but then so this isn't like that's fine. Like it's like cheerleaders having lesbian sex, blowing lines of cocaine, duh. But then the person banging on the fucking door was trying to like, what the fuck? Get out of there. And then they fought him and like broke the bitch's nose. They got arrested, dude. The Top Cat girls, they had like they had their fucking mug shots, dude. Bro, I was like, I want to date you.
It was 05 in Tampa.
Was it? Is that that long ago?
Tampa. Wow.
Yeah. That's where that shit goes down. That Florida cocaine.
Bro, all right, so dude, we're 3 hours and 30 minutes into this show, man. What a show, dude. It has been an incredible time.
Let's take some calls. The number's 252-222.
This is my show. We are getting the hell up. Yeah, hey, y'all ain't gotta go home, but y'all gonna have to get the hell up out of here, bro. Listen, man, I appreciate each and every single one of you. And I see you in the background, 910. I'm going to let you come in for a minute and say some words, but I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to give their final words. Give us a little bit of a parting shot on your way out. Tell us what you're thinking, anything that's on your mind. And we appreciate y'all being on the show. First up, I'm going to go to my man, JJ. You're first up, man. Give us your final words for the show.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it, Cody. I'm excited for the season like everyone else, but I wanted to also share a quick story on the best games we've ever watched, I guess.
Yeah.
I think easily the best game I watched on TV was the Patriots game in 2017, if y'all remember that game.
5 touchdowns by Cam Newton game.
Hell yeah. It was like his breakout game of the season.
When Tom Brady was crying?
Yeah, it was a signature win.
Oh, that's pass interference! That's pass interference!
Yeah. What makes it so special is it was on my birthday, and we went out to eat to watch the game. And just for it to come down to a game-winning field goal, I guess it just cemented. I always wanted to remember that. But hell yeah, I was glad I got to share that. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and glad everyone came to the Friday free for all. And Tony's gonna like this last part. Use code C3 at Prize Picks.
Jay, you're a real one, bro. You a real one, bro.
He is, dude. He supports, dude. He's real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. JJ.
Even though he's an Ohio State fan, he's still a real one.
He's cool with me, bro. And hey, we're gonna have a good weekend no matter what, because college football is
I'm
back.
going to that
baby.
Ohio State game tomorrow.
Bro,
That
I'm
game
just so
is
happy
surprisingly on
football is back.
CBS too.
Yeah, I know. Dude, we have college football this weekend. We have NFL.
Is this
next
Kev at
weekend.
Hooters?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Hey, JJ, do you want to make a bet?
Put that on full
What?
And that LSU has a better season than Ohio State?
Are you on the left?
Yeah, that's my cousin Mike.
Well, we're
lets you
gonna
bet.
beat you on the playoffs, so
Always
it is
like
what it
God
is.
damn.
Kev
That's
owes
my
the
dad in
dark
the background.
Come on now,
hilarious,
Jacob.
bro.
Y'all can't guard Marvin.
Man, shit.
All right, man, we're getting out of here. Let me go to my man Evan from Evan Sports Talk. We appreciate you, bro. Give me your final words for the
90s
show,
were great.
man.
Yeah, man. Awesome show as always. Gotta love these shows. Super entertaining. And yeah, I mean, I'm super excited. Pro football's right around the corner. We got college ball this weekend. Some good games. And yeah, I mean, check me out on at my channel Evan Jevin. On Wednesdays we are starting to do a kind of C3 type show. I mean,
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, I'm it's a college football talk show. Shout out to White Chocolate Espresso for coming up with the name House Divided.
Nice.
And yeah, it's an awesome show. First day was really good, and I'm really excited to do this show all season long for college football.
Fantastic, man. Tell them one more time what the channel's name is and how they can find it.
It's Evan Jevin on YouTube, EvanJevan.
Okay.
And yeah, check us out every Wednesday at around 6:20 or 6:30 for the House Divided show. Also,
hell yeah.
Get your Shut the Hell Up shirts at what was it again? CarolinaCatChronicles.com.
That's it.
Get those shirts. I already got myself one of those, so let's go.
Yeah, I mean, these mugs they're already flying off the fucking shelves.
Get you a mug since you said mug. That's what I got. That's what I
say. That's what old guys say, JJ.
You
We
have
say
me
mug.
saying that, bro. I said that
I say
in the
mug
space the other day. And I was like, bro, this man Tony rubbing off on me too much. Like,
All right, man. Evan Jevin on YouTube. House Divided. Who's next?
Yeah, man. Let me. You know what? It's just coming on the show, but I'm gonna let my man
Speak your shit.
910 Panther fan.
That's true.
My man Kyle, what's up, dude?
Oh, bro, shit. Just another wonderful work night, provided that I had so much wonderful content to listen to get me through that wonderful night that I had. Thank you so much for the discussion that y'all had. Oh, man, it made my night. It made all my coworkers jealous that they weren't on my headphones to listen to y'all talk.
Nice.
A big time shout out to Pickle and Evan from Evan Sports Talk and Deez for coming on my show last night. I think we had a pretty good show and a pretty good turnout, and I'm hoping to help Evan out a little bit and help maybe grow his channel a little bit more while I'm growing mine and become part of this C3 army, putting out content every day of the week.
A rising tide lifts all boats, bro.
That's
right.
Tide lifts all boats, man. So look, Charlotte Sports One, you do more than just you do Hornets talk too.
Yes, sir.
Word.
I got the Hornets and the Panthers.
Brandon Miller is the truth.
Brandon Miller is the truth.
Kyle.
He is so good.
Hey, Kyle, shout out your YouTube channel one more time.
Yes, sir. So it is Charlotte Sports One on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. I post every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. I go live. I try to post breakdown videos and all that stuff throughout the week. and just stay tuned to see what's next. I'm always trying new stuff, and I'm always trying to grow and be better and craft this skill that I never knew I had, that I never knew I loved, and that is being on this shit with you guys and being able to put out content that us fans are just going crazy over. So it's just another great day, man, and I'm glad to be on the Friday Free for All with y'all. Check these boys out.
Listen to this. It took us 10 years to get here, dude. Don't quit.
That's right.
Don't quit. Just keep grinding. That's what it is. It's just the grind. You keep grinding, it will work, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, appreciate you, my man Kyle. Next up, let me go to my man TJ. I appreciate you jumping on the show today, TJ. Give me your final words for the show, bro.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Yeah, man.
So my internet's been in and out. I blame the hurricane or tropical storm, what it was when it hit us. But anyway, earlier you were talking about Justin Houston being so upbeat about the defense. I guess I don't know if you caught it or I got kicked off, but I was just saying that I think we're just so tired of hearing this coach speak that Matt Rhule left, and it just seems like Frank Reich's picking up the boat, trying to say that you've only seen part of what we got, part of this, part of that, and I just feel like we've just been programmed to just not believe anything that we hear from the coaching side. A lot of coach speak, and I just want to say that I'm more optimistic than not that they're not lying to us and we're going to see something. But more importantly than what I think is that in 1 week, we're going to find out, boys, and I'm stoked for it. And I just want to say one more time, thank you for having us on and including us in the platform that you guys have created. And keep pounding. 1 week out. Let's go.
We appreciate you, TJ. That was awesome, man. And we appreciate you for coming on, man. We love when people are able to come on and be a part of this C3 army that we've got going on, man. So we appreciate y'all. Next up, I'm going to go to my man, Jake the Snake. You're up, brother. We appreciate you, man. What's up, dude?
Man, I just want to thank all y'all. I just want to thank Cody. I want to thank Pickle. I want to thank Tony. I want to thank G-Baby. I want to thank Greg, Cole, Diesel Skills. I want to thank everybody, man. Y'all make my night, bro. Like, I seriously mean that. Y'all really make my night every time. So I really appreciate it, man. I can't thank y'all enough.
On that list too.
Yeah, JJ too. Even though he's an Ohio State fan, thank JJ too. All y'all, like seriously, like
your name on that list.
I appreciate it, JJ. Like I just seriously, everybody that tunes in every time, like really, y'all, I appreciate it, man. Y'all make my night.
It's really, it's beyond just people listening, man. This is different. It's different. It's
it really
not
is.
just listeners, man. People are
people commenting every comment, everything. Like, subscribe, share, everything, man. Y'all really make this stream.
C3 Army is out here, boy. We go deep.
Word.
Let's go. I love it. Let me go next to my man Cole back in the building. Cole, we appreciate you for jumping on, bro. Give me your final thoughts for the show, man.
Cody, I appreciate you and Tony having me on as always. It was a great time. These Fridays, they just come so quickly, and these shows go by so fast every week. You just look down, it's already been 3 or 4 hours, and it doesn't even feel like it. Main thing, I'll let Skills plug the spaces. Very important. We need everybody in on that. But as far as football goes with the Panthers, we are 1 week away. We are 1 week away from having game one with a number 1 pick quarterback. And the last time we did that shit, it turned out well. And I'm hoping the exact same things down the road for Bryce Young. I need some division titles and NFC titles.
Yes,
and Super Bowl appearances with it. That's 100%.
I love it, bro. I'm so pumped up for this season, man. I can't wait to have it happen. Can't wait to experience it with all of y'all, man. You already know. Now, let me go to my man. White chocolate espresso, smiling ear to ear with his cousin around some Hooters girls.
And my dad in the back.
Hey man, that's what's up. Hey man, give me your final thoughts for the show, dude.
First, I like to thank myself for coming on the show and bringing my greatness. I like to thank Tony coming on here. This is my time. You had your time. All seriousness, thanks to me and myself.
Yeah, thanks. That's why I don't claim him as my child.
Yeah, right. I don't blame you at all. No.
Got no fucking manners. Thank you, Kev. You're the man.
That's awesome.
You're welcome.
That is awesome. All right, man. I believe I got everyone before I go to the man that I always let roll last. Yep. My man, the brand ambassador. You're up, man. We always let you finish it off at the end of every show.
You are going to let me speak on my own podcast, I hope to go, right?
Oh, of course. Duh.
Okay.
I'm saying we let these do
Okay.
like the final shebang bang. You know,
I hope you just end it and you say, fuck you, Tony.
Yeah,
It's the rally war cry.
Tony, you shouldn't have said that. I was about to do it.
That would have been great.
No.
Still can.
All right, Don, the floor is yours, my brother. We appreciate you as always for jumping on and give us some thoughts, man.
Ooh, got a lot of them. I'm just glad to be a part of it, Cody. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you too, Tony. It was really nice doing an entire podcast with you again, Mr. Professor. We haven't done this since the draft. I remember that night so clearly. It was like night 2. The Mingo pick, we were all shocked. I think about that daily as people talk about it on X. And you need to check all of us out on there. It's definitely where the C3 Panthers podcast is most effective. And starting the year of 20C3, you guys need to join in the conversation as a C3 Nation. You can catch us on Mondays and Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. on X. Just come in and join. If you've got something to say, we're happy to let you speak. Many of us talk too much. I've got plenty of jaw for everybody. I say that all the time because I can talk all night if you need me to, but it's certainly not necessary. And I want to hear the opinions of other Panthers fans. So Mondays and Thursdays, 6:30 p.m. Check out us, Panther Pickle, of course, there on X. I remember Cam Newton making his comeback to Bank of America Stadium against the Commanders now, formerly the Washington Redskins. He ran for like a 40-yard gain or more. It was the longest run of the Panthers season. After he scored that touchdown, he ran the football back to midfield, which is now the Panthers logo. If you remember before, it was always the NFL logo. And he spikes the ball there and does the Superman pose. And I believe that moment rocked Panthers Nation to its core. I felt the stadium shake. I kid you not. Fans erupted, and that stadium shook. And I believe that was the moment that Panthers fans said, no more. We will not accept anything mediocre because there's no way that Cam's this good coming in to this team this many weeks into the season. And then my second memory would be against Atlanta. On Thursday Night Football, we finally unveiled the black helmets and the all-black uniforms. Oh. I was there with my wife, and it poured rain all night. But the fans were committed. We were there. We had bought the tickets. We were wet, and we were going to have fun. And we splashed in those seats and banged those seats because there was no reason to sit in them because they were totally wet. So we just banged those seats all night long against that Atlanta offense. And that was my second favorite memory. But just glad to be a part of this tonight, guys. I appreciate everyone here. Thank you all for joining the C3 Panthers podcast. Like I said, we've got a full lineup here for you guys for C3. If you want to join the conversation of the C3 Nation, Monday night, 6:30. Tuesday nights, the flagship show. That's the C3 Panthers podcast. Call in to the show, 252-228-5098. Give your Panthers opinion. Make Tony and Cody comment on what you have to say about the Panthers. Moving on to Wednesdays now, we've got additional coverage. You can check out College Football Talk with Evan Sports Talk. Or you can join CS1 and talk about the Charlotte Hornets along with the Panthers as well and some of your favorites from the C3 Nation. And then, of course, we're available Thursday at 6:30 p.m. again. And my favorite show, the Friday Night Free-For-All. You better wear your protective headgear because we're going to throw some punches. We might interrupt. We might over-talk. We might even tell you to shut the hell up. And that shirt is now available at CarolinaCatChronicles.com. I thank you all for cheering for the Panthers. We love you. Bryce Young is the truth. 4,000 yards. Let's go, C3.
Just fucking end it, Cody. Just end
Let's
it.
go.
Just end it.
Let's go.
Fuck it. That's how we can't top that.
No, hey, no, did you see why I let that man go last?
That's the man.
Keep
pounding.
He always says it best.
Let's just get out of here. I got nothing to say.
That's it. Hey, peace and love. Keep pounding. We'll see y'all next time.